me I'm like, what the hell are you? What was I just looking up? Alright, translate.
What? Fuck.
We're not live. We're not live. YouTube doesn't like us. We're not live. I feel like so dumb. I love it. How did you know my name, Lefty? I'm caveman. How you doing? I'm caveman, Lefty. I look funny, don't I? Hey. Yo, hey, I'm alright. Here we go. Detachable, please.
See, this is my problem. Why we have two different cameras here?
You just got two cameras. Yep. We're trying to fix the bugs. Uh-oh, when he puts on the glasses, we're fucked. That's when you know we're fucked. But it's okay. It's 7:10. We just start now. We actually did a pre-show. So, I don't know. He's got to figure out the technical shit. In one camera, you see all of us. In the other camera, you see my potato head. Sorry, that's what I think about every time I hear this song. Detachable penis. Okay, let's share this. It's out talking. Post. I mean, watch this live. Great message. Come on. So too cloth. Okay, that's it. I'm done posting shit. I'm just talking now, saying hi. How you all doing? Lefty's doing whatever Lefty's doing. Actually, let me put on my hat. It's kind of funny without my hat. Detachable. Oh yeah, boys and girls. How the hell are we doing tonight? I like the mood. I know you can't see what's in front of me, but it smells kind of funny over here. And I'm like, I don't know. I always like lava lamps. I like this lava lamp. It's pretty. It's pretty. Oh, there we are. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know how he's flipping shit around. He'll figure it out. Once he figured it out.
You have it on your phone? You have us on your phone live? Let me see that.
Detachable penis. All right. Okay. So. All right. While you're doing that shit, I'm gonna. Is that your? Can I get the dipper, son? Yeah, get a dipper, damn it. I wouldn't. Oh, Jesus. He sticks the dipper in. Uh-oh. Oh, come on, this is disgusting.
Clog?
Yeah,
We got a clog dipper.
yeah. Got like fucking spit all over my face. Yeah, I'm done with this shit.
Hold on.
You eat it. I'll just stick the joints. Come on now. Here we go. Get ready. It's about to start. Get ready. Come on now.
How do I hear other noises now? I'm hearing some crazy shit going on here.
Let's do this. If you got them, smoke them, people. Don't turn that down. Turn that up, man. Come on, man. Ladies and gentlemen, SativaCross.com brings to you the Ignorance is No Excuse Tour Podcast. Where the fuck's my reverb? You suck, man.
I'm fixing stuff over here.
I sound like a girl.
It's just not working.
I sound like you, man.
There's a noise going on. I can't fix it.
A noise. It's you.
I'm trying to fix it.
Oh boy.
God damn it.
Oh boy. We got a lot of stuff planned for tonight. Hot show, of course. But anyway, before I don't know, since he fucked it up, I'll fuck it up for you too. Oh, hold on, I gotta stop using the F word. Excuse me. Leftino. Oh, hold on. SativaCross.com brings to you the Ignorance is No Excuse Tour podcast, starring about time. Jesus Christmas. Lefty Grimes. Oh my. With his sidekick. I'm a sidekick. I'm like the Ed. You're the Johnny. I'm the Ed. He doesn't. He's lost in the bushes. I love it. With his sidekick, CK. That's me, Wayne Barine, the Cannabis King. If you don't know, it's okay. You just don't know. Anyway, this show is all about weed. That's all we talk about. Weed and other things that concern weed. So if we veer off, it happens. Anyway, every couple of minutes, I don't know. We got a little thing tonight. We got scratchies. All right? Scratchies. Now listen, if it was up to me, you'd have to show something to win the scratchy. So, since this is a family show, you're gonna go to where is it? Is there you got a site for this? SativaCross.com. You got that phone still on? Why am I echoing? Why do I hear myself? What are you doing over there? Do you understand why we need like a professional?
We should have started earlier so I could have tested everything out.
I was here earlier.
No, but I didn't test anything earlier.
Dude, do we really see two of me? I don't want to see that shit. I'm ugly as hell.
Why can't we see that camera?
What camera?
We don't see that. We only see the other camera. This is what the problem is. We're only seeing the one camera. I'm not seeing both cameras here.
Well, is there like a website? Is there somewhere on Facebook where they can go and like show? What you have to do is post a funny picture. If you post a funny picture at Sativa Cross Facebook page, if me and Lefty laugh, we'll scratch you off, all right? And you win whatever the hell it is. If it's nothing, you win nothing. That's how it goes. All right, that's a new bit we're going to incorporate somewhere tonight.
That's cool. Yeah, go to the timeline. Go to my timeline or Wayne's timeline. Actually, go to your timeline. You can watch it.
My timeline?
For now, because I'm busy over here. All right, is there still a noise out there? Can somebody please tell me if there's a noise out there?
That. Listen, just don't talk for 10 seconds.
Jesus God.
Is it just my headphones?
There's some kind of feedback coming back here, and it's the computer. It's definitely the computer.
Can I tell you something? Like when I like to do weigh up some leaves, I kind of noticed that like if I have my phone next to my scale, like it won't work correctly. So is it possible that you have? I don't know. I'm not. I don't know shit. Is it possible that the laptop, or maybe the TV, or I don't know, the microphone is too close to the mixer? What do I do?
No, it's gone now, but
it's gone. It's gone. Okay, you say it's gone.
I gotta figure that out.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. So, all right.
I know, John. I was watching and I was freaking out. That's why I was trying to fix it while you were talking. I know. John Small's watching. We gotta have John Small on the show again.
Is he the Irish dude that lives in England, or is he the English dude that lives in Ireland?
They all sound the same to me.
I like John. John, he gets on the or whatever. I guess he gets on the guitar and he plays his strums. And he does it with his shirt off too. But unlike you, he's more like me. He's a fat, hairy bastard. He's got hair all. No, don't. Jesus. Listen, only. It only works for one person. That's Randy of the Trailer Park Boys. You're not Randy. Okay? You're getting to be like Randy, you little fat slob with your little belly you got over there. But, no, please put a shirt back on. Jesus Christmas. Oh, nice start. Oh, God. Speaking of start, where are we? Are we supposed to be doing something right now? We're supposed to be talking about a book? You got a book?
Yes, I do. William Haney's mother wrote a book called The Falling Sickness. And we're going to read a little bit from it because we have a special guest calling in to talk about this book.
What's the name of the book?
It's called The Falling Sickness.
Written by
Joan Ford.
And
she had epilepsy. And she wrote a beautiful book here about epilepsy. And there's a few chapters written by other patients. One of the patients is, the reason why we do a podcast here in Trenton is because of Jenny Storms and Jackson Storms. They started a protest at the State House, and we just turned it into a podcast. So they wrote a little chapter here for William's book. Jack's Journey. Jackson Storms was born on June 3rd after a normal and predictable pregnancy without complications. 1999. He was a welcome bundle to our small family, which included a 3-year-old sister. At 4 months old on October 21st, 1999, Jackson experienced an unexpected seizure while we were getting him ready for work early in the morning. It was confusing to see him gasping for air, convulsing, even though we did not know what it was, and stiffening. Our first phone call was to my mother-in-law, who was a pediatric nurse. She told us to immediately call 911. I hung up the phone and called 911. In a matter of minutes, there were fire trucks, ambulances, and police cars in front of our home. Sid, the 3-year-old sister, was amazed at this atypical morning and was so confused. She is no longer going to preschool, and all of these people were in control, yelling commands, stripping the clothes off her baby brother, and all the utter chaos. It was just confusing. Jackson was whisked away to a local hospital by ambulance, while Sydney and Dad stayed behind in the chaos and confusion. The seizure was still going on when Jackson reached the hospital, 20 minutes after this all began. He was given a dose of Ativan through a tiny IV in his arm, and the seizure activity began to slow. He had so many tests, consultations, and examinations. Since this was his first seizure in his short life, all the tests and examinations came back negative, and Jackson was sent home with information about seizures. And we were told that it's most likely a febrile seizure. I don't know what a febrile seizure is. Do you know what that is? Wayne? I can look it up. He was most likely getting sick, and that we, as new parents, just had no idea how to dress our child and overheated him.
A febrile seizure is also known as a fever, fit, or febrile convulsion. It's a seizure associated with a high body temperature, but without any serious underlying health issue. It most commonly occur in children between the age of 6 months and 5 years. Most seizures are less than 5 minutes in duration, and the child is completely back to normal within an hour of the event. Actually, it says febrile seizures may run in families. Sorry,
okay. We just had no idea how to dress our child and overheated him. That's what the hospital said. They had he was an infection. He had an infection. This was only the beginning of the insulting comments and ignorance coming our way as we struggled to understand what a seizure was, what to do, and with many questions, such as, will these ever happen again? We were falsely reassured that 95% of all the children they bring in with seizures only have one seizure and it never happens again. We were hoping the doctors were right and Jackson would never ever have another seizure, because that was unexpected, scary, and not fun at all. November 3rd, 1999, Jackson had another seizure at approximately the same time in the morning while we were getting ready for work. It was like a scene in Groundhog Day or some cruel version of Deja Vu. This time the first phone call was to 911, since this was a repeat of the first episode. None of the first responders were the same people as in the previous incident, so we had to go through it all over again, every question answered, everything down to the emergency room visit. Luckily, the emergency room doctor was the same, and he remembered us and was quicker to help ensure Jackson was safe, and he stopped the seizure. Once again, the pediatrician was called, and it was decided that Jackson needed to start an anti-convulsion medication. As it appears, Jackson has a form of epilepsy. The seizure appeared to be similar, but varied a little. As a parent, we questioned if we saw or remembered the seizures wrong. The first one started on the left, this one was on the right, or was it the other way around? You begin to question your own experiences and memories. It was not making sense, but we were promised the anti-convulsion medications would work to stop these seizures, and Jackson would be okay. All we had to do was give him this powerful barbiturate medication and monitor him. He will be fine, he said. He will grow up normal. He will go to school and have friends. He will be okay. We okayed the start of treatment using phenobarbital, and we were sent home. We continued to wait for the specialist's appointment, which was still weeks away. We finally saw the neurologist, who was the epilepsy specialist. He looked at him and asked if we had questions or concerns. And so many questions were asked, and very few answers. My biggest concern was that since beginning the phenobarbital, he really had not woken up much and was so lethargic and regressing. She switched the medication from phenobarbital to tegretol. She was confident in the drug and stated once again, "This drug will control the seizures and he will be okay." We had not seen another seizure since beginning the phenobarbital, so it seemed believable. Within 2 weeks, as we were weaning him off the phenobarbital and titrating up on the Tegretol, Jackson began having more seizures. He began having daily seizures, about at least 3 a day. When we called the specialist's office and advised of this change, we were told to grow up and get used to seeing the seizures, as this is our life now, and to stop complaining. Shocked, we turned to the pediatrician, who found us another seizure specialist, referred us to another practice. The new doctor and the next one were at a loss. They ordered more testing, blood work, urine samples, an MRI, lumbar punctures, genetic testing. Everything came back normal. And the insurance denied the genetic testing. These doctors, with repeated hospitalizations, would change the medications, as none of the medications tried seemed to work more than a week or so. As a family, we just got used to seeing seizures, and this became our normal. As we struggled to be normal, attend family functions, and be a friend, we saw the changes in the people around us. They tired of the consistently bad and changing news, ongoing emergencies, and increasing medical needs. We lost many friends who did not want to deal with the seizures, family members who would say things under their breath out of frustration and misunderstanding, and we became more and more isolated as time went on. Eventually, Jackson was tried on the ketogenic diet, and he had great seizure control and was almost completely weaned from all medications, including phenobarbital, for almost a year. He was learning and growing. He had to comply with a nutritionally deficient diet where we had to control every aspect of his life to 1/10 of a gram. Although it was hard, it was worth it. However, Jackson was always hungry, even though he was gaining weight and growing. He began eating anything he could get his hands on, including the doggy waste in the backyard we missed picking up. So sorry, but there's a reason for saying this. It's fucking sad, man. This is me talking. This is not true. The seizures began to return because he now had a parasitic infection. None of the doctors could figure it out because of all the tests, the blood work, and examinations were normal. Finally, a phlebotomist suggested the stool. It came back positive for Giardia, a parasitic infection. The 3-month-long treatment was successful. The pharmaceuticals were resumed, and the diet was stopped. At this point, the treatment was more of a torture than it was a treatment. He enjoyed his food and his meals. However, he always wanted more. Compliance is a common issue and needs to be weighed with quality of life choices. A new treatment was on the market and suggested for Jackson called a vagal nerve stimulator. Thank you, Kevin. And it had promise. Jackson had the surgery in 2005 and for 3 months had no seizures. He did well. But slowly the seizures returned in full force. Jackson continued with the VNS treatment and the daily pharmaceuticals. He was doing okay with social skills and educational needs. He was now diagnosed with autistic-like behaviors, sensory integration disorder, and ADHD combined. He was walking, running, playing, and talking. He had a good life and enjoyed people, fun times, and being active. We taught himself how to swim with his older sister. In time, with ongoing seizures, the doctors began assessing for brain surgery to remove any focal point of the seizures. If one could be found, Jackson's diagnosis at this time was medicinally refractory, cryptogenic, idiopathic epilepsy. Once again, we requested genetic testing, and we were told that it would mean nothing to have the testing done. Even if there was a mutation discovered, the results would not change the plan of care or medical treatment. In 2008, after much testing, vocality was isolated seizure-wise within the right frontal lobe. Brain surgery was considered, and the decision and hope for seizure freedom was grasped for. Unfortunately, only 18 days after the brain surgery, the seizures returned. Jackson recovered well from the surgery and was back at school within 6 short weeks. His classroom doing better than even before the surgery. His quick return scared everyone, but he thrived. I'm going to stop there for a second. Sarah went through the same thing. Sarah had a VNS put in.
Wow. I forgot about
Remember that? And then
moved to,
yeah.
her mom moved to me.
And they cut her brain in half. And on her way home from the hospital, they had a seizure. She had a seizure. On the way home from the hospital, from the surgery. This is sad, man.
It's not the answer, that's for sure. Sad.
These poor kids, man.
They're like, they're like, what do you call them when you try out lab rats?
I'm for it. Yeah, lab rats. I don't like that term, though.
But that's how they
But
treat
it's
them.
like-
It's sad.
It's like they're treated like that, though.
Sad. Jackson. How long does this go?
More medications were tried unsuccessfully. He was doing okay, but the seizures just never stopped. They were changing. Some days they were on the left, others on the right. Sometimes they were focal to one part of the body, and other times the entire body.
Hold on a second. They're not seeing that right there, all right, are they? When you're looking like all gay at the camera and stuff.
Oh, God, this is brutal.
Are they seeing that? Yes, they are. I love it. Oh no, that's just how you're looking now. That's life now. Put a shirt on. Put a shirt on, you funny, you hairless bastard.
It's his house.
I don't care. It's his house. It's not. It's not. This ain't the Sativa Cross no shirt show. All right. It's his house. I can't. It's his house. What are you, like a little lefty sympathizer?
Someone's got to have his back.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The guy that don't have your mic on. You got his
Fuck.
back, huh?
Fuck.
Yeah, I got his back.
Fuck. Hurtful.
That's not me saying the F word. I'm a new man. I don't say it no more. I don't say no less either. But anyway, go ahead. How long is that?
Eye flutters, drop seizures, nocturnal, generalized. He seemed to have them all. With time, more drugs were tried and failed. The mystery continued without a change in his diagnosis: medically refractory, idiopathic, cryptogenic epilepsy. In 2009, just 6 months after the brain surgery, Mom decided to go to nursing school and become a registered nurse. That first semester would be the sign of days to come, but no different from the past decade. Riddled with seizures, emergencies, changes and ongoing, worsening medical needs. Just one day before the start of the semester, Jackson had an emergency and was med-flighted to the Children's Hospital in Philly, where he was an inpatient for a week. Mom messaged the professors and asked for help and requested not to be dropped from the 2 courses that she was enrolled in. The professors agreed to help, but expressed how difficult catching up would be. If Mom could not catch up, she would be dropped. The studying was intense and pretty, but soon the family returned home and Mom began attending college again, while the children were in school. In the anatomy and physiology course, there was a homework assignment: link a genetic disease to a mutation. Mom began thinking back to the years of requests for genetic testing and the denials and refusals. So began the homework assignment and the subsequent discovery that there are many types of genetic epilepsy and that the medical diagnosis indeed does change the treatment plan and medications used. At this point, Jackson had been on all of the drugs and failed many. After the assignment was completed and turned in, a call to the seizure specialist was made, and the genetic testing was requested again and again. All requests were denied and excused away with the same explanation that it would not matter. The results will not impact the plan or care or change anything.
Wait, do they say how it wouldn't matter? Or they just want to throw out it's not going to matter?
Doesn't matter. That's what they say. They've been saying that for
They give
years.
no backup, they give no support that opinion.
Doesn't matter. It won't change a thing.
They'd rather take chunks of the kid's brain out before they would do genetic testing.
But then why is that accepted? Why is that an acceptable answer if they're saying it won't matter and give no backup as to here's why it won't matter?
Seems to be
You're just going to
protocol.
accept their word? You do this as a poor kid.
This is hospitals of today. They'd rather you not be there. They'd rather say, hey, go home. We can't help you. Go home. They don't know what it is.
Meanwhile, they do everything for the money.
Of course.
So
This
the longer they have
operation, we're going to do a frontal quarter lobotomy, and we're going to take a chunk out of his brain where his body said, oh, please put a shirt on. You look too gay. I want a screenshot. Everybody, first person to message me a picture of Lefty and that gay ass picture of him like going like, you get the first $10 scratch off. No, you don't count, bro.
You don't count. You're here. I think I got the winning picture right here.
Oh my god, he looks so dumb with the glass.
I'm having issues here. I'm trying to get this thing working. Nothing's working.
You can tell. Holy
God.
crap. Now, do you see what I'm talking about, bro?
What?
What, the big ugly face on the screen? Oh, that's my bad. That's just you.
What? What am I talking about? What are you talking about?
See how I'm saying? You gotta go to like a professional place.
So John has 35 years experience as that guy do?
Bro.
He
I
worked
know.
for Bell Labs for 21 years and did a huge auditorium and ran 3 buildings.
Shh.
That's who the professional is?
Listen.
Don't get me started.
Listen.
Don't get me started.
Shut up and listen.
Don't
Why
get
do
me
we have
started.
that fucking noise then?
That's the fucking fan.
Why do we
That's
have
the
that
fan.
noise?
Shut
then?
the fan off then. Jesus Christ, really?
If you shut the fan off, we're not gonna hear that?
No.
You swear to God?
Yeah.
Shut the
All right,
fan
so do I
off.
have to
'cause I wanna
separate you
prove
two
wrong.
into corners
Oh my
here?
God.
No, because he
To
God.
calmly
He thinks
discuss
throwing
this?
money at the problem is going to fix it.
no, money
Dude, you don't appreciate what you have here. Nope, you know what? You got
Neither do you. Put a bra on. I'll put a bra on at least.
Dude,
Put a damn bra on. What is going on? You got cleavage. I'm starting to get wood over here. Could you please put a bra on?
Let me get back to the story.
I'm sorry, Jenny. I'm sorry.
what about
Tell them to put a shirt on, Jen.
Wayne getting wood looking at you? Is that?
Keep it going.
Yeah.
Go with the story.
Insurance will not pay for such expensive and unnecessary testing. That will have no impact on the treatment or care. Mom went to the primary care doctor and asked for a referral for a genetic specialist and for genetic testing to begin. Both requests were granted, and the blood was drawn for labs and sent off for analysis. Months later, the results were in. Positive mutation on the SCN1A gene. Jackson has Dravet syndrome. Now we know what's causing.
Okay, that's how they found
Yeah.
we had Dravet. Okay. It's DRAVET syndrome. Okay. He's not the only one in Jersey, that had that.
What is that? I'm not familiar with it. If
You know what? I mean, that's a good question.
It's the worst
Did you
form of
go there?
epilepsy.
We're gonna do.
The children usually die by the time they're like 20. But that's on pharmaceuticals. That's all these years, those studies are based on pharmaceuticals. Now, all these kids are thriving past 20 because they're on cannabis. Their CBDs is being, they have CBD, their endocannabinoid system is being flourishing.
And there's records of this.
Yeah.
There's documented records of this. I don't understand why there's a debate then. If there are documented, verified, I don't understand that it would be an argument. Lifespan alone will sell it.
No, Dravet syndrome. Here you go. Also known as severe myoclonic epilepsy of infants is a rare and catastrophic form of intractable epilepsy that begins in infancy with an estimated incidence rate of 1 in 16,000 to 1 in 21,000. I don't want to read the rest. I don't want to read the. I don't want to read the life expectancy and stuff like that. It's a terrible, rare form of epilepsy. See, it's a goddamn phone, bro. You see, these phones are like, they're crazy.
But yeah, keep your phone away from the wires.
Yeah,
If you're getting text, yeah, that's
these phones, man. See, we didn't turn the fan off, and that noise is gone. Just move your damn phone, son. I tried telling him, like, when I try weighing weed.
See, you heard the noise because there's no one talking. Same time, it's the air.
There's no noise.
I hear the exact same thing I heard before. Then you're hearing.
Put his phone closer to his thing, and you'll be like, oh, that's.
I don't want to worry about his thing right now. That can stay in your mind.
Got your head in the gutter. Got your head in the gutter. Anyway, yo, are you gonna continue reading, or are you just gonna keep looking stupid?
Well, I actually interrupted.
Not you. I'm talking.
I'm saying I interrupted his reading though. But then I me. I love it.
Are you ready?
yeah. We got dumped.
What do you mean we got?
What the fuck happened there? We didn't get dumped on YouTube though.
We get dumped on YouTube?
No,
Okay,
we got
cool.
dumped
I'll
off
go to YouTube.
No, but we're back on Facebook. But for some reason, we got dumped. I hope. Oh, Jesus Christ! Facebook might not be playing games with us.
Facebook is playing games. All right, where were we?
I was reading a very sad story about Jackson Storms. I'm sorry we got knocked off the line here.
Talk about how we got to the point where he had Dravet syndrome, where it was official. Finally, with the genetic testing
Right.
that she requested pretty much at, 6 months of age. Finally, how old is he here now?
11, 12.
Okay. Finally, they do the genetic testing, and they find out that he does, in fact, have Dravet syndrome, which is a very, very rare and severe form of epilepsy.
Okay, so they had the genetic testing. Back to the story.
Most Dravet kids,
Yeah.
they're only supposed to live up to 10 years old.
10? Yeah, I heard 18.
Well, thanks to people like Jackson, Tuffy beat that age. You know, the average is going up.
Yeah, because of the cannabis. All those studies were pharmaceutical based.
It helps.
So.
It helps.
So now they know what's causing the seizures. He's been on many drugs that he should never have been on. That made his seizures worse. The specialist in Philly refused to acknowledge the new seizure diagnosis and would not change the plan of care, even though Jackson was on medications contradicted and not prescribed for Dravet. The prognosis was bad since Dravet is a catastrophic form of epilepsy with no known treatment, and it's known for its short life related to death by seizure. So the good news is that finally we have a name and we know what's causing these seizures. The bad news is there is no known treatment, help, support, or information to help you at all as a parent. With the new diagnosis, we discovered a new group of parents who were forming a nonprofit parent group and having conferences. We made plans to go and to learn. 2 years later, we met again and listened to the scientists, doctors, and professional nurses, and the new developments in the world of epilepsy and Dravet. We met a father with a small child suffering from Dravet who was having success with cannabis. Many listened, and many more ridiculed and made fun of this father, who just wanted to help his son. So we followed up with his father, using cannabis to treat his child with Dravet, and he was responding to it. Jackson was now declining. The drugs were not working, even though Jackson was on 7 prescription drugs: phenobarbital, clonopin, Onfi, strapentanol, Depakote, Banzel, and the ketogenic diet. He was receiving 10 doses of rectal Valium and 3 to 4 doses of intranasal Versed every month.
They would rather give the kids rectal Valium than let them try cannabis. Remember, I remember when she used to tell us that, bro. Remember we used to talk to her about that? She couldn't believe that they would rather stick a Valium suppository up the kid's butt. I know that sounds crude and all, but they would rather that than let them try cannabis oil. Freaking sad.
What exactly is their argument as to why they refuse cannabis?
Because it's federally illegal.
Yeah.
Therefore, hospitals can't even touch it. They can't even research it. They can't do nothing. Back in the day, now the federal laws are, they're trying to Trump or the Congress passed some law where what do they call that, Lefty? Cory Booker was involved maybe or something, where if you're dying, you can try whatever. You try whatever medicine. So under there, they actually put cannabis in there. So now, actually hospitals and places are actually researching, where it's legal. And the tests and the research that they're coming up with, it's amazing. I mean, imagine when all of America is allowed to test the benefits to see what exactly cannabis has, that can help people. You keep on hearing, oh, FICO can cure cancer. It'd be nice if we could put that to the test, But the government doesn't allow you to research it. You can't touch it no matter what. But they're starting to slowly let
now, is this New Jersey only that once they receive the be fatal, then they can try the medication?
I think that's all throughout America. I think they passed that left. Didn't we talk about that a couple episodes ago?
Yeah.
I forget the right
disease.
Yeah.
I forget the name of it.
But,
we have to wait to get to that point. Until your days are numbered, now get help.
Sad.
I don't understand when there's scientific documented evidence of cannabis oil or smoke or however you want to take it. There is scientific documented evidence.
Well, not technically. I mean, there is, but not technically. If it's illegal and you can't research it, they're not
You don't say you
official.
You don't say research it in your state. You can say maybe you went abroad and study. The point is, if there's just
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
But I don't understand their argument then.
Their argument is it's illegal. The DEA tell you it's illegal.
All right, they're telling you that's illegal. Meanwhile, state across the board, United States of America, you're given terminal disease now. You're given the exact same disease.
That's different. They're about to die. That's how these people think, dude.
Sylvia Plath, we're dying every day. The day you're born, you start dying. So there, everybody's eligible.
Well, technically, a doctor didn't give you that.
I don't give a fuck about a doctor.
But
I can't stand how many people. I mean, on a personal level, I've do this since I was born. I can't stand how anybody can deny this is going to be beneficial to your health and your happiness.
Palisades Park.
I don't understand how just being a human being, that's not right.
Oceanport.
this is America.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure enough people in America have had dying relatives or friends or someone they're close to and have seen the suffering, whether they experience it themselves or not. Whether they've ever been used cannabis about themselves. They're seeing somebody and have experienced this. And they know, I have something that can help. That makes no sense to any kind of level I think about this. I have something that is helpful to you, and I say, go fuck yourself. I'm not trying to be
preaching to the choir.
I'm not trying to be difficult.
I'm with you. I'm with you, bro. It's common sense, if you ask me. But then you know what? But then you have assholes like John McCain. Okay? You have assholes like John McCain that just hate cannabis so much. Okay? He did this super special, because he's, senator. We got to do this super special, cancer or whatever program, rehab, whatever. Nah, he still died, And the messed up part is, I'm not saying cannabis would have cured him, but this guy hated cannabis so much, he didn't want to try.
You'd rather die possibly in miserable, unbearable pain.
That's what he did.
Than try something.
That's what John McCain did. And that should tell you how
screwed
up that is.
Thing.
It's ignorant. That's what it is.
I don't think newborns would think that way. Oh, here's the fast part. Oh, I want it. Okay, take it away. No, what the fuck? Bring that back. It's
my papa.
Get up on that mic, will you?
You know what?
Yeah,
you know what? I'm with the kid.
Yeah, right up on it.
Take your damn pacifier and go throw it out the door. I want some titty.
Okay, well, you know you want. You want. No one's going to deny you what you want and that you need it.
I'm just saying. It's sad. It's sad. You're right. You're 110% right, bro. I'm not going to argue with you. I was just playing devil's advocate.
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's how can anyone think that way? And we're the stoners. We're the fucking crazy ones. That's the really weird part.
In 2012, we decided to begin using cannabis as a treatment. We told no one other than the seizure specialist and our immediate family. In New Jersey, where we lived, cannabis was illegal to use, as the 2010 Kuma marijuana program was still inoperable within our state. There was no access to doctors or medications based in cannabis. 2012, November, the canna butter machine arrived, and in small amounts, he consumed the magical butter. I think that's backwards. I think it should say, the magical butter machine arrived, and he consumed his
Haney, get on that. That's editing.
His can of butter.
I know you're watching.
It's our sponsor, Magical Butter.
So you gotta fix that part. That's, you see the things I'm doing? That's what you would write. You would do like a little S over the two things because you messed that up. It's the magical butter machine. Not the.
Thank you.
Not the, what's it say?
The magical.
No, it's just like the green butter or the butter.
Yeah, it's like their rival, the can of butter machine.
Yeah, it's no,
that's their rivals. We don't want them.
Maybe they're trying to say a can of butter.
Oh, can of butter.
No, they're trying to say the magical butter machine made their can of butter.
Couldn't let me just have that one simple thing there.
No, you can't have that.
I can't do this, sir. I don't give in at all.
Trying to make it nice and easy.
I can't do it all hard. It's not like you. Rough, hard. Anyways.
That's what he said.
He consumed the magical butter and immediately had better attention to tasks. He sat still for over an hour and listened to his teachers. He followed 4-step commands and began using 5-word sentences instead of 2 or 3-word sentences. Slowly, the butter was increased, and with the help of the seizure specialist, his phenobarbital was weaned. Then the Klonopin was an Onfi, and even the Depakote and the Strivfentanyl were weaned. Lastly, the ketogenic diet was weaned, as it has been a struggle for years to maintain this diet for seizure control. All of these weans were medically supervised over time in a hospital. It took over 2 years working with these doctors to wean him. The complication? These same amazing doctors could not prescribe nor help at all with the cannabis. The cannabis was working, and this was the first drug to begin working forever for over a month, for more than a month. So the decision was made to move to Colorado, where access to cannabis in the form, quantity, and type he needed would be available. Jackson remains on cannabis treatments as more medical conditions in his progressive epileptic disorder arise and are discovered. To this day, he still needs mainstream medicine, pharmaceuticals, and treatments. He continues to be followed by doctors who are less helpful than New Jersey doctors, but he's happy, not high from the cannabis. Since beginning cannabis, he no longer has 20-minute-long seizures. He does not need emergency medications based on benzodiazepines to stop a seizure. The cannabis treatments include cannabis with both CBD and THC. When he first started on cannabis, the CBD-THC ratio was effective at 20-1. With an increase in Parkinson's symptoms, tremors, and dystonia, his cannabis needs have changed. He has the best success at CBD-THC ratio of 3-1 or 1-1. He's still not high, though. The ratio is important, but so is the terpene profile and the use of other cannabinoids such as CBN, CBG, CBC. And that's from Jenny Storms, Colorado.
Erwin Jackson. Remember when he was weaning himself off the, they were weaning him off the pharma drugs. He would come down to the State House. He was always in a stroller before. He was like medicated. Stayed in the stroller. Didn't talk, didn't do nothing. Just stayed in the stroller. And they started giving him the cannabis. And then boom, he'd get out of his stroller, he'd run around, he'd smile, start talking. And they had to move. They became refugees.
See, that's what I don't understand. Why, I know this is definitely the first case that's happening, why so many families, especially those that are already in financial troubles and can barely afford to live paycheck to paycheck, how is that we but are forcibly expect them to, if this is your last option and you know this is helpful, now uproot your entire life and move to a state that's going to help you?
Because it's just like the hospitals. It's just like the hospitals, bro. Yo, leave. We can't help you. Get out of here. Bye. That's how it is, man. Ask the Wilsons.
But their big pharma and all that is all about money. So you're losing money by saying bye, go move somewhere else and give them your money. Versus why would I want to keep this in house?
You'd be surprised at the mentality. I talked to people in law enforcement. I talked to people in the CIA. I talked to people in the FBI. I've talked to people in the DEA. And I talked to them about, cannabis helps.
So what are they saying?
You know what they say?
Well, here's the question. Are they giving their official answer?
Of course not. But their answer should say it all. Let them die. Let them die. Survival of the fittest. This is the shit they say, bro. I'm not trying to be a dick. I would never say that. This is what they say. And they believe it. You talk to these people, you talk to law enforcement, that's what they tell you. Hey, survival of the fittest. Meanwhile, we say something about Sparta, that was like over 1,000 years ago, but that's the mentality of these people.
The mentality of these elected officials that have these high positions in government. I don't care what department, whether it's your local police department or...
How about the chief of police in what town was that in, Lefty?
Saraville.
Yeah.
Chief Sombrowski.
No.
Which one?
The chief of police, it said if you legalize weed, it's only going to let more blacks come into our community. They had to fire that guy.
Oh, that guy.
Remember him?
The sheriff. He was a sheriff.
He's a sheriff?
Yeah. That was like 3 months ago. It's fairly recent, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is what we're fighting against, dude.
Yeah.
This is the ignorance that we got to fight against. And then when you, like when Lefty says, then you go to these town council meetings and the chiefs of police, which I don't understand. To me, it's like why are they there at a town council meeting discussing laws and ordinances that aren't yet? I mean, aren't they just supposed to technically, yo, here's the laws, go be the whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Instead, they're in there like saying, no, if you legalize marijuana, I've heard crazy things. If you legalize marijuana, there'll be more deaths because of car accidents. If you legalize marijuana,
somebody just came out about that recently. There's actually a first official study. I read this. I think
that's the thing. Actually. It's the thing. Of course. Go ahead.
No, there's actually an official reported study that cannabis will not affect or impair your driving. It's always been said, but there's actually a study that was printed. It was not yesterday. It was today.
Colorado, right?
I think so. I honestly don't remember. I just remember I read it very recently. And yeah, you're not going to stop alcohol. No, I'm all for alcohol. I'm not against it. Don't get me wrong. But it's the same thing. It's something that's going to...
I don't know. I don't know if I'm for alcohol. You know, I'm sick and tired of... I would love a place where I could just go in there, watch TV, watch ladies dance erotically, whatever, and, you know, light up a joint and just chill. I would just love to do that, but instead, no. Instead, think about how fucked up our society is. Instead, it's normal to go out to a bar, drink, and then drive home.
Yeah.
How does that make any sense?
Oh, absolutely.
Uh-oh.
Get out of the driveway.
What?
I need to get out of the driveway.
That's probably
Did you
me.
block her?
Oh,
How dare you? You
Oh,
blocked Sweetie.
that's probably me.
Oh, how dare you. Can't believe it. Violated rule number 0.
Well, if you respond to a message once in a while, tell me where the hell to
I,
park.
you know what? I'm sorry. You did.
Park behind me.
Where
in
am I-
his defense, he did ask where do I park,
And
and do I knock? I should send. I should,
Okay, bro.
fine. No, it's fine. You're-
At least it's not me because I'm off this time.
Yeah, it's not me this time.
But, you know, that's where it comes down to. We're fighting a hell of an uphill battle, man. I mean, yo, don't stop that,
No,
man.
I don't have any more.
Stop
That's all I
that.
got. That's all I got.
Wow, I like that.
That's all I got.
Wow. Where'd the pump go? Oh, man, that sounded like, I don't know.
Is that Giorgio?
I
I think that's Giorgio.
it sounds like George.
It sounds like Giorgio.
But I don't know.
He sounds like Professor Griff or something. He really does. He's amazing. That's all I got. That's all I got.
Jesus, I have sex longer than that.
That's Cushington McDabb's new track. It's only 5 seconds long. Why would he make a track that's a tease like that? Why does he do that? What's wrong with him? He teases us like this. He's like, here you go. Dangle a joint in front of your eyes. Oh, sorry, can't have any more. Really, Cushington? You played us out? Played us out, man.
So, yo, what's up with Jen? Are we calling her? Is she calling us?
Helpful.
That's the whole purpose of
Helpful.
using the-
Helpful.
I'm sweating balls over here. Are you kidding me?
Me too.
Maybe I should take my shirt off.
Hi, Jenny. You're on the air. What's going on? We just we read your sad story here in William's book. It is pretty sad. I mean, there's no happy ending here, Jenny. What happened? Oh, Jesus.
Okay, I'd hang up on your ass too.
Oh, gee, oh God, William.
See, now you're playing all that. No happy ending. Stop with the sexual innuendos.
Damn it.
Come on, man. I mean, we know Jenny's cute. She's a MILF.
Hey.
Hey. Hello.
Hey, can you hear me?
She hung up on you again.
Can you hear me?
Jenny.
Hold on, Jenny.
See if it's
Hold on.
See what I'm saying? See, Professor.
Hold on, Jenny.
Shut up.
Hold
No.
on.
With that.
You better shut up. You
John
better
Edmonds,
shut up.
save us.
You better shut up.
Save us.
Be professional. We got Jenny on the phone.
Be professional. She can't hear us.
Oh my God.
I can hear now.
All right. What's up, darling? How the hell are you?
Hey, I'm fine. It's so here.
Where are you?
I'm in Colorado, silly. What do you think I am?
You're all over the place. You're in Florida. You're in Maine. You're in Jersey. You're in Colorado. How's our buddy Jax doing?
I've been in Maine, but thank you for the credit. And I will be going back to Florida.
Okay. How's our buddy Jax doing?
Jax is doing phenomenal.
Good. What's phenomenal? Like, talk to us.
He's just doing phenomenal. He continues to do very, very well. And just challenge me every day. of him stopping and feeding himself.
Yes,
Yeah, that was amazing.
That's awesome.
I saw him spelling. I thought that was awesome as hell. And I saw him, what else was he doing? Eating. He was feeding himself.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yep. He's got a really good therapist that's supposed to be here with him, and making great progress.
That's awesome.
So what have you guys been up to besides trouble?
Well, a lot of towns are banning cannabis here, and we're going there and we're fighting. We're fighting them. We're telling them that they're wrong for hurting these children. Children like Jack's are all over New Jersey, and they're being victimized. They're being made to drive an hour for their medicine. It's not right.
That's why I left Jersey. Besides the fact that kids off Governor Christie.
Yeah, we got another a-hole governor.
Hey.
Christy?
I'm not lucky like that.
No. I mean Phil Murphy.
Phil Murphy. He doesn't like Phil Murphy.
So I thought Phil Murphy was for cannabis. He was a good guy. He's another disappointing politician.
He promised us legal cannabis within 100 days of his governorship. We're going on 300 days, and we're still waiting.
Nothing.
Still waiting.
I'm good there.
We're waiting for not only are we waiting for legal cannabis, we're still waiting for them to do something to expand the medical marijuana program. But we're just still waiting.
It's funny. I was talking to a friend the other day here in Colorado about Jersey, and I mentioned, because I thought it was a great plan and a great program, I should realize that in 2010 we were allowed 6 dispensaries, and they still only have 5 open.
Well, there's 6 now. Now there's 6.
Oh, there is 6.
Yeah.
When is the 6 open?
It opened about, when did you go to Harmony? 2 months ago?
Yeah, a couple months ago.
Yeah, everyone that went there got seeds in their medicine. Imagine that, paying top dollar
Not
for
every-
seeds.
Not everybody.
Did you get seeds in yours?
Well,
No.
isn't that what happened in 2011 or no, 2013 when they opened the first dispensary where they had seeded buds?
There you go. You were there. You were.
See?
Yeah.
Your first bud from Jersey must contain seeds. It's a mantra.
I know patients that are growing the dispensary weed right now.
Don't rat me
A
out.
lot of patients do.
There's a
And
reason why we're the
they
garden state.
can't afford it there. It's just not affordable or attainable.
Yeah,
So
Howard.
here in Colorado, I drive 3 blocks and go to a dispensary.
Nice.
Not in Jersey.
Nope, thank you, Jeff. Yeah, no, it's everywhere, but it's just a street. Especially here in the Colorado Springs area, half the time we drive past dispensaries, we don't have any clue that was a dispensary that just drove past. So it's doable, it's possible, just not Jersey.
We have towns in Jersey like Palisades Park where they banned the medical cannabis, and they also have steps everywhere. So if you're in a wheelchair, you really can't do anything in Palisades Park or a lot of towns. It's ridiculous.
It's frustrating.
There's no compassion.
Nope, they're only out for themselves.
So we're going to call them out, and we're just going to keep calling them out. That's all we can do.
Frustrating. The fight's never over.
No. Keep up the pressure, Jenny. Keep it up.
Oh, you know me, I always will.
But I love this chapter in William's mother's book. It's a nice book.
It is a good book. I really enjoyed reading the book. And what's interesting about it is his mom wrote that how long ago?
In the 70s, right?
Yeah. I'm not exactly sure. I'd have to, pick William's brain again.
I think it's almost 50 years old at least.
Yeah.
She wrote it so long ago about something that's so prevalent still today, and we make so little progress.
Yeah, there's no research. Well, now there's research after all this time, finally.
research, but there's not enough. 1975 is when it was originally published, so you've got it right. So, no, it's good. I believe that update again shortly after I removed Jack from cannabis, and he was doing really well. And he continues to do really well. But someday we may need cannabis back again, and I'll start using cannabis with him when that happens.
As long as Jax is progressing.
And I'm following his lead, and that's what we should do with any medicine. Is follow the patient's lead, follow what they need.
Amen to that.
So that's the key, is following his lead. So no, he's doing successfully. He's even doing better than you guys saw him this summer when we were there. But I know you guys saw him up and walking around and everywhere. He's doing even better now.
That's
He
awesome.
went shopping at the store today and bought himself a soda.
Nice.
He made the lady ring him out, even though she didn't need to ring him out. He insisted that she scan the soda. So, little Mr. Determined.
That's awesome.
I'll never forget when he was shooting baskets in your backyard and he was just getting them in one after another. Swish, swish.
Yeah, he doesn't do that too much anymore. He's out of practice. But we do have a basketball hoop in our backyard. But yes, he loves to play basketball.
He was good.
Yeah.
But then he had,
Funny.
yeah.
Funny like that.
Well, he had the shakes though. That's the thing. He was shaking and then he couldn't do it anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Side effects of all the medications that they put him in. You know, some of those side effects were irreversible. And I'm not going to get it back. But we still help him with basketball. He still loves to watch other people play basketball. He actually had a PT the other day out there holding with one hand the basket down to reach it, throw the basket in or the ball in. And then at the last minute he stopped and pulled the ball back out and just started laughing at the physical therapist. So he's quite the comic he is.
Yeah.
But he's keeping everybody on their toes here, for sure.
I wonder if he likes to watch basketball. Does he ever watch?
He likes to watch basketball. He shoots. He roots for whoever has the ball. And every
Offense.
time they make it, he yells "made it." If they miss, he says "almost."
That's
Season.
And three things on time. Actually, standing right next to me, trying to hand me the soda. No thanks.
That's
So,
awesome.
and I won't take it, so he just stuck it in front of me and walked away.
You drank it.
Hey, he's determined. He's one determined kid, that's for sure.
How old is Jack now?
19.
19. Holy shit. Wow.
I know, he's an adult. He can watch porn and smoke cigarettes.
Something tells me.
Recreational marijuana or alcohol, but
Wow.
Something tells me Ma's letting him watch littleXvideos.com.
he could if he wanted to. Because he doesn't know how to Google it.
I don't know.
Kids are smart.
Yeah, unfortunately, with my wife, it's already actually with a something.
Yeah, he'll figure it out. Don't worry.
But as much as someone loves his farming, not kitchen, but you know, he's walking around the kitchen and humming right now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. What do you want, Jack? You got some donuts? Good job. So what do you two rugrats do?
We're just smoking some cannabis, trying to medicate, and
Wait, hold on, I'm shocked. Really?
yeah, trying to feel a little better.
Oh, cannabis?
Lots of it.
Lots. Wayne's here, so it's lots.
That's what this is?
Now, are you guys doing any videos for the new governor like you did for Cincy?
No,
We can't find anyone with horse teeth.
Are you for anyone with what?
Horse teeth.
Okay.
He's got a lot of teeth.
Yeah.
He's crazy. His teeth are like 5 inches long.
You need to get a picket fence and stick it in somebody's mouth.
Just buy a pack of chiclets.
He's got more
You
than
guys need
chickens.
to find a new friend then.
Well, we still make Christy videos.
But-
We're making Christy videos
Oh,
still.
okay.
Yeah.
So cleans that out of the drop-in.
No.
Still has a purpose.
Yeah. I get the Chase ice cream trucks around and stuff. It's a rough life.
So Governor Christie loves you.
He does.
Yes, he does.
He loves his chicken salad.
A lot of people love my chicken.
Dollar Widow, everything.
Yeah. So Jenny, how's Sid doing? Is she still here or is she there? What's she doing?
Sydney is here. She's actually on the couch. She lives with us still. She's Jack CNA, and she's going to school to be an occupational therapist out in Pueblo.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's doing really good. Very proud of her. She doesn't know that, but I'm very proud of her.
So we said hi. Yeah, she helps you a lot. We know.
Yeah, she does. She helps a lot. We help each other. So, we're all looking forward to going to Florida for Thanksgiving this year, though. I think she'll enjoy some time off at the beach.
Who wouldn't, right? Oh,
No, I'm looking forward to it. 10 days on the beach.
send pictures.
I'll try and post them on Facebook. I haven't been on Facebook over the last couple months, but I am back, so I will hopefully be able to post some pictures of all of us
Yeah, someone was
on the
pissing.
beach.
Someone was pissing you off, I think, right? If I remember.
It's complicated.
Yeah, if you need assholes to go troll them, just let me and Lefty know. Just message us.
Yeah. I can't really discuss it, but yeah, there was some legal stuff going on and it really couldn't be on Facebook. Or any social media, but I really don't have any other social media, so it's just Facebook. So, not that it's over, but I think the hardest part of it is over now, so it's a little bit okay for me to be on Facebook. So, I'm back.
All right, good.
I'm sending a few people, but I'm back.
If anyone messes with you and Jax, they're messing with Lefty and Wayne. I'll kick some ass.
Yeah, nobody messes with Jack because they don't have to mess with me.
Exactly.
And that doesn't go over too well
Oh,
in anyone's world.
Yeah.
So, many have tried, none have succeeded.
I wouldn't screw with Jack.
But you know that.
Yes. You're my favorite mama bear.
What's going on tomorrow for Halloween with you guys?
Halloween.
Halloween.
No. As soon as we get out of the show, as
I
soon
hear
as
rumors that, people are just handing out cannabis candy everywhere, and we need to be afraid.
I need a map.
I
of those
really-
houses.
Yeah.
let us
Where's
know.
that? I'd like to know where that is, and I'm gonna go there.
I mean, because
Yeah, because it's not happening. We all know that.
You can sell tickets for the maps.
don't get me wrong. If you come to my house, you can get edibles, but I'm charging you $20 friggin' a friggin' edible, all right? You ain't getting shit for free.
Whoa. So if I show up and I
Don't
say
forget to
trick
charge the
or
tax.
treat,
Yeah.
You need to talk with the tax on it, because that's the state.
Until they legalize it, then I'll save the tax for later. You know?
State once they're cut.
Wink, wink. Once they figure out. So that's what they're wondering how much they can tax the weed in New Jersey. Oh, it's terrible. Go figure. The politicians are arguing.
Who is it? They're even doing this here in Colorado. Here in Colorado, they're actually trying to eliminate the medical program and consolidate medical and recreational. But the question is, if you do that, what happens to anyone between the ages of 18 and 21?
No,
What do you do
yeah.
to someone under the age of 18?
Well, hold on. Would the recreational side go down in price?
Don't know if it would go down in price, probably not. But the medical side would go up in taxes and prices.
Yeah, that makes no sense. That's ignorant. You can't conflate. That's the correct word. You can't conflate the two. I mean, that's one thing. Like as an outsider, when I went to Colorado, I liked having the recreational side, but I also noticed the medical side was nice, but I wasn't a medical patient. And why was it nice? Because it was pretty much the same stuff at a cheaper price. And if they're gonna like conflate the two, that's only gonna go up, and that's not fair to the patients.
Well, the problem is that what you do with a kid like Jeff is 19, he can't access the rec stuff.
That's definitely a loser for the patients.
There's no way for him to access the rec side and be able to obtain medicine. And he's in that transition between 18 and 21, so he's really susceptible at risk. So what do I do with him?
It's not right.
Good question, huh?
It's not. Yeah, it's not fair. It's not right. And he had a problem in New Jersey giving him the medical card because he wasn't of age. He had to fight for that. And you finally get to Colorado, a cannabis-friendly state, and you're still fighting to get this kid's medicine. And now they're trying to just screw kids like Jax altogether. Let's just go legal. Forget medical. That's, wow.
Sounds like Jersey.
It's very complex. Hey, did you hear what the National Council for State Board of Nurses did a couple weeks ago?
No. Say
They
that
put out
again?
guidelines for nurses.
They what?
It's actually quite positive. They put out guidelines for nurses. Quite positive.
Oh.
What kind of guidelines?
So it states that all nursing programs need to have cannabis and endocannabinoid system education, both for advanced practice nurses and also for pre-licensure nursing education programs.
Wow. Common
So it
sense.
gets better.
Let's
It
hear it.
also says for disciplinary guidelines for nurses that get positive on a PT test or any kind of a drug testing. And it actually says that in the states that have the program, if a nurse gets positive and they do not also prove impairment, that there is no discipline against that nurse or her license. They have to not only prove positive results, they also have to prove impairment at the same time.
But
And the last thing it does is it also says that nurse practitioners should be able to recommend cannabis to medical patients.
what else
Yeah.
can nurse practitioners prescribe?
Say that again?
What else can nurse practitioners prescribe for patients?
Anything according to their DEA license?
So,
So when nurse practitioners have a DEA license, they can prescribe anything a doctor can.
finally, cannabis is on that list. Wow. It makes sense. About time.
It's a recommendation, and the states have to adopt the recommendation. And right now, there's only 5 states that allow cannabis to be given or recommended by a nurse practitioner. Colorado is not one of those states. I don't remember which 5 they are.
I'm sure you're going to work on Colorado be one of those 5 or 6
I've
or
already
whatever.
announced it, yes.
That's what I love about you.
I'm working on it.
You get
Our
shit done.
legislative session is out till January, so there's really nothing to do right at the moment. But yes, I will be working on that. And implementing all the guidelines, making sure that cannabis education is in the curriculum for all nurses. And also, making sure that our guidelines are very clear when it comes to cannabis, that if a nurse must also have impairment in order to get discipline. If there's no impairment, there's no discipline.
Nice.
And that's the way it should be. Just because you're positive doesn't mean anything. And so here's the other cool thing, is let's say from, let's say Wyoming, and they come to Colorado, they go back and they get T tested, and they're positive for THC. If they can prove that they came to Colorado on a vacation where it's legal recreationally, they again have no discipline in their state.
Common
So it's
sense.
actually quite positive.
It's awesome, actually. That's a little bit of awesome.
Yeah, professional standards. It's kind of nice.
Let's go get her done.
I was working on it. Challenge for January.
What do you think's going to happen nationally?
I don't know. When's Clinton going to get out of office?
Yeah.
So probably nothing until that happens. But yeah, it's a hot mess. Hot mess.
I actually heard the idea that some countries will be punishing you for this.
What countries?
I think China's one of them. Since Canada just became a legal country to smoke recreationally, it was that if you leave China and you go visit Canada, where it's legal recreationally, and you take any there, you come back with none on you.
We chopping up thick off.
No nothing. But they test you.
Yes.
You can face the full maximum penalty as if you had the weed.
Yeah. Korea too. I think it's Korea also.
How the hell does that make sense?
Ah, so.
You don't even do this on this land, and I'm going to throw you in jail for it? This world is fucked. I'm sorry, but Jesus.
Well, that's commies for you.
Then go, commie. You want to ask Jenny a question?
Just got today.
Little by little, baby steps. We'll get there.
So today I made a batch of cannabis salve, triple. That's kind of cool.
Nice.
I noticed I was talking to a fellow from Florida, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we have that here." And I'm like, "What? What there?" He's like, "Marijuana. We have it here." And I'm like, "You don't have what I can make in Florida." I'm like, "In Florida, you get child-proof liquid cannabis, and it takes a lot to get, be able to get it." I said, "Here in Colorado, I can go and buy a flower and make stuff." I said, "That's what I was doing. I'm making a salve with bud." It was just kind of funny how every state is so different in what we can do and what we're allowed to do. And
Almost
it really
every
is
time.
a case of compassion based on zip code.
Yeah. Compassion based on zip code. That's wow.
What else is there?
Your battery's going to die. You suck.
Why don't you be
Discipline better, Wayne.
No, not me.
Yeah, Wayne.
Lefty.
Wayne,
It's Lefty's
idiot.
phone.
idiot,
We're
Wayne?
playing around with the phone. Left
I
and
saw-
right forward.
See,
I got
Batteries.
82%. That's what I got to deal with, Jenny.
Blame it on Wayne.
No, I blame it on Lefty. We need a real producer.
Oh God, here we go. Here we go. Jenny, you want to listen to us yell at each other? Because I'm gonna yell at him. He's gonna hang up on you, Jenny. Jenny,
I can't.
he's gonna hang up on you.
Oh,
Don't do
I
it.
saw you going for it.
He's an idiot. He's not even. He doesn't even know how to do it right because he has to ask you a question first.
Well, I got to hit your little power button battery crap ball first, bro. Unless your phone dies.
You're terrible, Wayne.
I'm terrible.
What's
Yeah.
the question?
The question is,
No, don't ask for that. You're so mean. That's why you get fired all the time.
uh-oh, Ann Armstrong's calling. Now
See, now you gotta hang up on her.
I can't. I don't know how. Friggin' phone. I don't know how to do your phone. Jenny, we love you, darling. We love you. We love
Jenny.
Jax.
Thank
We
you.
love Sid.
All the best.
Thanks,
Take
Jenny.
care, hon. You're always in my prayers.
Bye, Jenny.
No, thanks. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Tell me it works with the damn mixer. This guy sucks. I can't do this shit. I can't.
All right.
I can't do it,
In
man.
all fairness,
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me
I
now?
can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh,
In all fairness.
Can you hear me?
can you hear me now? In all fairness, what? Can you hear me?
Just,
I'm working on the Verizon commercial right now. Is it?
I like the one guy.
Hello.
Hi, Ann Armstrong. How are you? You're on the air.
Hello.
Okay.
We can hear
Yeah,
you.
take it. Yeah,
You're good.
yeah. Take us off speakerphone, please.
Right, how's that?
Don't
Is
look.
that better?
Yes.
I need a new
Sounds
producer,
sick.
man. I need a new producer.
Yeah, you need
Anybody
you.
named Wayne, but
Oh,
not Wayne.
I'm the talent. Hello, Deaconess and Armstrong
How you guys doing?
from the Healing Church in Rhode Island.
It's also governor of Rhode Island.
That's right.
That's right. She's running for governor.
That's right. I'm doing tap dance on the wall of separation between church and state.
Yo, do
I'm
me.
doing the opposite of what Henry VIII did. Because Henry VIII was just because of the king that qualified him to be head of the church. It doesn't. It's a separate thing.
Could you do me a favor, Ann?
Yeah.
What?
Please don't tap dance in that Wonder Woman outfit. Oh my God, that was too hot.
You don't like it? I'm sorry, you don't like it?
It's you got some nice scams there, baby. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Yeah, well, I figured, like I'm doing that in solidarity with our person. It makes me really mad when people put those pictures out of her. So I was like, all right, look, you know what? I'm just going to put it all out there, too, because every woman is superwoman. Every single woman is Wonder Woman. So we're all powerful people, right?
Lord have mercy.
Did you guys hear what happened last night?
What happened last night? There's always something going on with you and we Jesus, Alan Gordon.
What happened?
He's going to be the next. He's going to be the next Attorney General.
Not if he keeps on spelling that word out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, well, that was pretty. Did you see the TFP video for it? All the kids totally got it because
We're gonna play it. Don't worry. We're gonna play it. Don't worry. We Jesus went crazy. He went crazy.
We Jesus.
Oh yes.
Crazy.
It was like.
What?
You see, well, this is what
That
happens.
word.
They don't like the word.
That word's a curse in our language.
Which one?
The right word is Kanagram. That is another word backwards.
Wow.
Wait, what?
People,
That's satanic.
no, the right way to say it is Kanagram. Saying it backwards, that's satanic.
Thomas, what?
Because, I'll tell you why.
Over my head.
Kanagram was a Hebrew blessing that was written over the narrow gate in Solomon's temple. Kana means hemp. Hiram is also like in Hebrew. Hiram was the builder of the temple.
Hiram.
What?
Hiram.
Yeah, right? So over the door in the temple said the words Kana Hiram in Hebrew. Now, and that was the door that the women of my line would go in to do our duty to God in the temple.
Hold on. Duty in temple. What?
Okay.
What was the woman's duty in the temple?
There was always a line of women.
Don't be
First
serious.
in the temple to supervise the men. The first one was, Moses' sister Miriam was in that position, and if you look down through the line, her daughters, Aaron, had a special place in the temple. During their childbearing years, they had to leave and go out because you're not allowed to your cycle.
Amen.
All that after that, like,
That's our producer.
Those are all women in my line. If you read the Gospel of Luke, chapter 1, talks about how Elizabeth was a woman,
Elizabeth was exactly, yes.
Jesus' aunt, John the Baptist's,
Cousin. Yes.
Cousin. And Elizabeth was sisters.
Yes.
Right? Remember that?
Of course.
Right?
Red Fox.
So,
No.
Mary Elizabeth were cousins, right? Elizabeth was descendant of Aaron's wife, because of the Bible. So while she was in her childbearing years, her husband Zacharias had to go and offer incense for her
Oh, for
older
what?
and, done with all that, she would go, to her place. There was the door of the temple called the Narrow Gate, and the women would enter through there to go serve in the temple. Now, the words there carved over meant a Hebrew blessing. I am under the protection of my father Joseph. And that was the protection that we have had in our life since Joseph went to Egypt and got the protection from Pharaoh. Then he they brought back Joseph's bones, and they put that blessing on the narrow gate in the temple, Hanukkah. Now, the Greeks invaded the temple. They didn't know how they read left to right, so they sounded out the letters and they said it backwards. Now, a curse is a blessing reversed, right? Blessing is a curse reversed. So when they said it backwards, just like you learn all this. That's how the satanic people do it. They actually spoke a satanic curse. And every time you say that word, M-A-R-I-J-U-A.
Okay, stop. Okay, end the story. Thank you. Hello.
What's the word?
Hello. Marijuana.
Stop it.
I know, I have to tell so people understand. Everyone's like, what the hell is this lady talking about? That's the word, okay? I won't say it again. She's talking the M word.
The M word.
Okay?
Don't say the M word.
You can say cannabis, the right word, and every time you say that, I say honey and rum, and say the right way.
Now, what do you say? Hot and rum? Say that. Say it slow. Say it slow for stoners.
Slow down.
Say it slow. Like I'm a 2-year-old. Hana Karam.
Taram.
Hana Yaram. You just said it different. Say it the same way. Hana ho. Okay, sorry.
All right. Now, this is a long time.
Hold on. What happened last night in Rhode Island?
All right. So last night it was
Where the hell were I live?
Rhode Island? That's where Ann's from.
last week was when Adam corrected the guy that's also running to Attorney General. Don't say that word, and the guy kept saying it.
Play it.
He had a little bit of an upset, but that's okay. It was educational. The kids learn. Nobody's ever going to say that word again. Last night in Rhode Island, we went to a prayer vigil for the 11 people that got murdered in that synagogue, Tree of Life, 800, Tree of Life synagogue in Pittsburgh. They got shot, right? Now,
Sad.
ironically, our whole work is reminding people cannabis is the tree of life in the Bible. So it's like very poignant to us because we're Jews, we're Hebrew Catholic in the Healing Church. And that Jews got killed in a place called Tree of Life right after we got dragged away to jail here in Rhode Island for, growing the cannabis for the church. Shouldn't have happened.
Hold on. Which time? You got busted a couple of times with having a lot of marijuana. So, are you talking about the latest?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to use that word.
And those charges were dismissed because when the judge looked at it and realized we're a church, they realized they were wrong, and they dismissed the charges. 100% complete. The judge said these charges cannot be brought against these people because they're a church. You don't do that. We have a First Amendment.
Sweet. So, talk about the second time now. You were just busted with 48 pounds.
Well, I don't know how much we had. They make that shit up. They made the sticks. I don't know what was there.
I don't know. I'd be
It was
proud.
our whole harvest for the whole year, the whole church.
They stole the whole harvest of the church.
If you have cancer, listen, if you have cancer, it takes 12 pounds of good flowers to make enough oil for a year. Okay?
Let me tell you something about this woman.
One cancer patient needs 12 pounds of flowers for
She
a
makes
year
healing oil.
to properly treat that cancer.
That's what?
Right? I don't want to hear it. How much can the church have? How many members of my church can I have?
She makes healing oil.
Nonsense. So
Hold on, Ann. Hold on a second. I gotta explain something. Ann makes holy cannabis oil.
That's like the only one
Like blessed?
No, like she makes stuff that I hate to call it FICO or RSO, but that's in essence what Ann makes.
Okay.
She makes life-saving medicine.
Right.
Like she makes some of the best, like for real. Like she has a system.
Here's the thing.
Well, thank you.
That is Catholic sacrament of anointing of the sick. If anybody is Catholic and remembers going to church, the sacrament of anointing of the sick in the church is that oil, that cannabis extract, or hash. They used to make double, like ice water hash, whatever the ancient methods were, dissolves in olive oil. That is the actual Catholic.
What did they call it?
What do they call it? Cannabism.
There you go.
It says in the Hebrew.
Cannabism?
Balsam. You go ask what types of balsam they use in the chrism oils. When you go to Mass and you see the Eucharist, it absorbs some oil that has cannabis in it. That's the action of the Holy Spirit. God, when God tries to baby, put that on his head, there's cannabis in there.
Bam!
To prevent the baby with
True.
Christ. That's what the Catholic Church has been doing over 2,000 years. We have a First Amendment. Now, Henry VIII, I was telling you, he thought he could take over the church. He didn't know what he was talking about. He didn't know about the cannabis oil. When he ordered them to anoint him, they actually made this oil with cat shit in it. I'm not kidding. And they put that on his head.
So they anointed him with cat shit.
Grease, and they made like pussycat,
Oh, pussycat.
Oh, that's
That's a
fantastic.
church, right?
Yes.
Okay, now, our Catholics got killed in England because he wanted to take over the church. So the real Catholics that knew about the cannabis and the anointing oil and all the sacraments, they got killed. He had a guy named Cromwell that chopped off all their heads. Remember that from your history? The French Revolution, they killed all the Catholics.
James Cromwell?
Because they wanted to have a secular state.
Oliver.
Mexico in the 20s, they killed all the true Catholics, like Negro Charles, Bottom Troll, and all that things now. And in Nazi Germany, they didn't just kill the Jews, they killed the Catholics. Like St. Maximilian Kolbe, who healed people from opiate addictions with cannabis medicine. That's what he did. He's a patron saint of opiate addicts and killed them in a concentration camp. Because the Nazis are all about what is called the tree of life. They want you to buy chemicals and drugs, and this whole thing in America to ban cannabis was from the Nazis. But fortunately, we have a First Amendment here that says the laws Congress make, the scope is limited to the secular side for role of separation between church and state. The laws against cannabis don't apply to the church. Catholic Church has used cannabis continuously in her sacraments from the very beginning, from the very first Pentecost until today. Always. We always have. We always will. We'll never stop. Like Henry VIII chopped off St. Thomas More's head. Big deal. He's in heaven forever. We don't care. I don't care. I will never stop the Catholic Church and my people by only cannabis outdoors, kosher, under the sun, so that it doesn't hurt the environment. Because did you know when you grow cannabis indoors in an air-conditioned warehouse, it uses up 1 million watt-hours electricity for every pound. 1 million watt-hours. Don't tell me you care about global warming as you grow plants indoors. So anyway, back to our arrest. Last year we grew our garden outside. They knew we had one arcade. They left us alone. Nobody cared. This year, we had these plants out. All year, nobody cares. Now all of a sudden, we're running for governor, and Alan starts publishing things about all these scandals he uncovered, and they come and arrest us because they thought they were going to hold us without bail until after the election. But we went in front of the judge and the attorney general's office, who knows that Alan is going to be their boss. The election's in a week. They said, we're not going to hold them without bail. That was the first in Rhode Island. But you can't bust with cannabis, especially facing life in prison. They're going to do at least 2 weeks of bail. The attorney general stepped up and said, we're not going along, we just let them out. So we are out. Those charges are going to be dismissed. We're going to get an apology. We're going to get a full restoration. And if we know President Trump is Congress and troops, federal troops, into Rhode Island to protect our church from these stupid cops that just don't seem to get it. And I'm not talking about most cops. Most cops in Rhode Island are great. Every single policeman I've talked to with Alan in the past month has said to Alan, we're voting for you. We like you. We know you're right. But there's this little pocket of dirty. They've been dirty for so long, and they were trying, like the dirty cops in Rhode Island were trying to monopolize the cannabis trade in Rhode Island, in Las Vegas, in Delaware, and in New Jersey. They're like the mob, right? And they thought they got this monopoly by paying bribes and stuff, and they're so wicked. They're like, no, we don't care that it's the true Roman Catholic and Apostolic Church. We don't care. Knock them out of the way. They're competition. You know what? It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Like, we won that case. We're right. We can't enforce the law against the church because we have a separation, a law of separation of church and state. So, you know, theater, and it helped us more than it hurt us. It was like Alan and I were at this prayer vigil for the people that were dead, killed in Pittsburgh. Okay? And this pastor named Donnie Anderson, she used to be named Donnie Anderson until a year ago when she decided that she wanted to be a woman, used to be a man. So she's the head of the non-council churches, and she decided that she was going to do the 70s. Now she's Donnie Anderson as a woman and whatever, like she's one of those things. So she was the first speaker at this prayer vigil for all the dead, Jews that got shot in Pittsburgh. And she starts taking this opportunity to talk about gun control. Like, oh, this tragedy means we have to take away those guns. No, we don't, buddy. You know what Hitler, first thing he did before he came to the Jews, he came to the guns.
I
Then
get
he came
it.
to the Jews. Right?
Yeah.
No, you're not doing that. And you're certainly not capitalizing off of what that
move her mic so she's not-
Why? What do you think, Lynn?
She's going on.
Yeah.
He said,
Yeah,
you're not
I
a Jew.
can't.
I'm a Jew.
Take her off.
This is a prayer.
What do you mean?
My
She just
people,
goes on.
and you're not
Just
going to
mute her.
liberal nonsense.
What do you mean, mute her? I can't mute her.
Right?
No, you can't do that.
I actually had to get involved because I was
You're being mean.
rowdy and say, Alan,
You think she's
you
liberal?
can't talk to her
No.
like that.
She's conservative.
Lady
Big
does.
time.
You
That's
have
why
to
they
talk
don't
to
hate
her
her.
like a lady.
You
You
see
can't
what I'm
talk to her
saying?
like
Oh,
when she was one
I
of the
can't
guys.
buy all the Rhode Island and Massachusetts.
We've had dialogue with this pastor before.
Because every time she talks,
You know,
she sounds
I'm
like
not good at that.
She sounds like
You're a
you.
man. And when you
Yeah,
get
she fits right in with us,
We
though.
won't take my guns away. Damn straight.
I like what she's saying. I agree
Why
with
is she still?
You gotta cut her.
I agree with everything she says.
So do I.
Okay.
Put her down.
Wait.
I like listening to her.
I
Though.
know she goes on and on.
I can't hear you if you're not talking on the mic. You have to talk on the mic for me to hear you.
I was saying, apparently a lot of the viewers right now also have a hard time hearing.
Yeah, I know. I know. They can't hear her because her phone's bad too, I think. Her phone is bad. You see what I gotta deal with? It's not only I got problems dealing with all the shit that I gotta deal with by my 35 years of experience with this shit. I gotta listen to a fucking hater on my own team. On my own team! A cancer on my own team! A cancer! Cancer!
You gotta understand it.
And he still can't get the sound right.
It's got nothing to do with the sound.
5 years.
He gets off on getting
He
around.
does. He likes triggering me.
He
thinks
loves
it's
it.
funny.
He lives for it.
We're right here, Ann. How are you doing, hon? We can barely hear you with
I'm sorry, Ann, we're here.
with our great freaking
No, he's making fun of my sound, and my sound is fine.
It's got nothing. No.
You have a bad phone connection, but we're dealing with
how
it.
you blame her. I love it.
Yeah, it's Ann's fault.
How do you know it's not her phone? I'm
Because
not saying it is, but how do you know it's not? How do you know which phone it is?
No, go ahead, Ann. Keep going. Don't let us interrupt you. Go ahead. You're doing fine. Keep going. I'm sorry.
can't hear her.
oh,
Yeah,
we heard it all.
We heard it.
We heard it all.
So what do you think? Do you think that the left should be able to? I mean, I don't think you should be sides. But do you think that when there's a tragedy and some crazy person goes and like
No.
shoots people.
I agree with you.
Do you think that
I agree with you.
us crazy should have to give up their guns?
No.
No, a gun could have prevented that.
There you go.
Use it as an excuse, like, oh, every single politician that's, it was like the governor, the existing governor was there, all the same. All the politicians that were like pandering for votes.
Even our governor.
What?
Even our governor, Phil Murphy, he even, hey, can't have guns. Can't. It's like, dude, shut up, man.
Yeah, I mean, I actually think they're making this shit up and actually staging these shit. Like,
I know.
that was not students doing that shit. Now that published the paper about it, there is like a group of people that stage these things.
Okay, so you're gonna let her go now? Yeah. You want her to let her go?
His mouth is
So,
Are we muted? We're muted?
Yeah, we're muted now.
Thank God.
We're on 47 minutes.
47 minutes to go?
No, on this phone call.
That was from Jenny too. Jenny's on there.
Multiple.
Jenny might be on there too. I don't know. Jenny, can you hear us?
Does she hear us?
No. No, this is an old shock jock bit we're doing right now. And Anne is our unfortunate victim because we love Anne. But we like to play with her.
But if she's left the right now.
If she's watching this, we're in trouble.
She's fucking higher than God right now.
We're in big trouble if she's watching us. She's gonna kick our
I
ass.
went to Ann's house once. Dude, everything is cannabis. She's like, here, you want a cannabis
She
bread?
seems like an amazing woman.
Oh,
I
she
just had
is. She's
no
amazing.
idea.
You want cannabis caramel?
The sad part is,
Cannabis milk?
the sad part is, I really want to hear what she has to say.
Okay, let's listen. Let's listen.
But I
Shut up,
can't.
Wayne.
Why?
Why?
Is our sound guy sucks?
Sound guy sucks?
Say it.
Sound guy sucks? Say it. Say it. Sound guy sucks. Say it. Say it. Say it.
Really sucks. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take a moment real quick and have a little special shout out to our wonderful hitters over. Back to our live.
Blah, blah, blah.
This is an old shock jock trick, man. I'm sorry. I didn't make this up.
Well,
This is what they used to do to people that they love. When Opie and Anthony used to love somebody like this, and just let her go.
Just scared.
Let her go. Wind her up, let her
Yeah,
go.
but at what point are you having a conversation?
Just jump in.
That you've stopped talking long enough to realize that's not what you're talking to right now.
You understand that's the bit? Like,
Yeah.
Dude, I want to know if she's smoking. That's some cheese shit.
just ask the question. Shh, shh, shh.
No.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
There you go. Every once in a while, you gotta actually pay attention.
How's it
She
going?
will ask a question.
Apparently,
every once in a while.
Apparently, absolutely is the right answer. So there we
That
go.
was great.
Is that what happens? It's not really what happens.
That's
Ann.
funny.
You know what control rally is? Waves deep. Man, was an alien. We're fucked.
No. No.
Listen, Ann, we love you and all. When is the actual day to vote for your governorship?
Yeah, when do we vote for you?
A week from today, like November 6th.
November
Holy shit,
6th.
today's November 6th.
If you're living in Rhode Island,
He's going to be governor-elect, and Holland is going to be attorney general-elect.
Attorney General.
The whole new world. Whole new world, because we are going to, like, from right here in Rhode Island, the policy we make is going to radiate out everywhere, because when anybody can come to Rhode Island and get as much free cannabis as they can use.
Oh, did you just say free?
I heard
Free.
free cannabis.
She said free cannabis.
You said free cannabis.
Something about free cannabis, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, my regenerative funding model.
Ann Armstrong
Wow.
for Rhode Island governor.
Wow. Ann Armstrong is giving you free cannabis.
And we Jesus.
Wow.
Alan Gordon
And
for
president.
what?
Wow.
Attorney General.
My model gets the growers paid about $3,000 a pound for good cannabis made into medibles.
And how do I apply for this position?
You donate, you can make that in a partnership with an investor who pays the growers, and then they donate that through a charity like the church or an 501c3, and they get back the dispensary value of the seat. So for that $3,000, the investor will get $5,550 back in tax avoidance on his taxes.
And that's Alan Gordon, right?
Right. So like, basically free cannabis for everybody, good pay for the growers, and it's paid for by lowering taxes on investors.
Ah, that's interesting. I got one more question for you, Ann. One more question, darling. When is the actual date of vote?
You're supposed to wait for her to answer.
Oh, Dad, I am not even.
You're the worst. You're the worst, man. This is why we need a producer. No, we don't need a producer.
You can't just cut people off.
See, we
You're
do.
the worst.
Yes.
You're the worst.
Here's
See?
no.
This is why we need a
You're
producer.
the worst.
A, you didn't ask anybody else. B, you didn't even ask the viewers. For all you know, they wanted to still stay on the phone there.
No,
So
trust
take
me, they
full choice and say, you're done.
And to not even wait for a.
That's some ballsy shit.
Yeah, come on.
Play a scratch off. Fuck this.
Play scratch off. All right, we do the scratch off. You got something I can scratch
I
off?
actually brought freaking 3 of them here for you.
Do you got a
Because the show earlier.
do you got a quarter or some shit? Hello, anyone?
Yeah, your key is right here.
I don't like to use my keys. But
Well,
okay,
shut the hell up.
I'll use my lucky Nuestra Senora de Guadalupe coin.
I got another point.
All right, hold on. Who do we got? Lefty, can you look at the board? Who's there? Who do we got?
Who wants to do a scratch off?
Just name someone who's watching.
Lower quarter?
Laura, Dr. Laura. Here we go.
Is she there?
Laura Carter. Are you still with us?
I can't tell.
I mean, you can't tell. Are you a moron?
Well, apparently there's a whole 5 people watching right now. This is a
Five.
phenomenal show.
Four.
People.
Yeah.
We just
Well, it's
pissed
because
them
Wayne,
off.
Wayne blew his load before at 5 o'clock. He does a show
All right.
before our
I don't
podcast.
even want to know why you're watching him blow loads over here.
All right. Well, you take
Because
that
for a long time, I was kind of thinking it was him. I don't know now. I got a question now, Lefty.
No, someone's calling you. We got a caller.
I wonder. Hello, Rhode Island. Are you there?
Out of this Jersey.
Rhode Island, can you hear me?
No, there's no Rhode Island. That's INE Potcast.
Yeah, who's this? You're on the air. Who's this?
This Chris Chung from Papa.
What's going on, man? Do you have any kind of opinions you wish to share tonight?
This is not funny.
Yes, it
This
is.
is
Yes, it is.
You said
Refty.
Mr.
Refty's
Refty.
right here.
Mr. Refty.
Refty's on my left.
Mr. Refty, you
Mr.
pay
Chung.
attention to your governor. Mayor, whatever. Fuck.
Hello, Mr. Chung.
what do you have to say, Mr. Chung?
Mr. Refty is listening.
Mr. Chung.
Mr. Chung.
Mr. Chung!
Hello.
Mr. Chung!
Hello.
Table for 2. Your table is ready.
What are you doing? Oh, he hung up on us.
Oh, Mr. Chung.
Mr. Chung.
Slow.
Oh.
On Devil's Night.
A big dick black. Oh, let's see. We got a winner here. Yo, are you trying to hook it through on that?
Mr. Chung.
You suck.
Hello. Mr.
Hello.
Chung.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hello, can we help you?
We want that disconnected. It's Chris Chung from Papa.
Man, I'll tell you, you got a lot of fucking ball. Like,
From
Yeah,
Papa.
you got balls. Why did you vote
I
no?
like this.
Why'd you vote no for kids with cancer? And what's wrong with you? Your town sucks. You have no friggin' ramps in your town.
what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
You told me before you called me out with Steph. Steph with no wheelchair, no compassion. I heard what you said. I tell you what, no one come out on 19. No one come out on 19.
What the fuck is the 19?
You had your meeting in a half hour. Who the hell has a town meeting in a half hour?
I'm 19.
Dude.
You tell your fellow patient. We
I like how it's on the screen too. It's like, look what I'm looking at.
You change on 19. No go.
Dude,
No go.
you're really sick with this character. I'll give it to you. You're doing pretty well there, buddy.
No, No, you say you're still waiting. You're waiting. You're waiting. You keep waiting.
You keep waiting.
Keep waiting.
And what am I keep waiting?
I'm not
for?
waiting for shit. I'm coming to your town next month.
I want a happy ending.
You tell your fellow patient, you don't come up. You don't want to go on 19. No one go on 19. You don't make no.
Are you going to put up like borders and walls and have some fucking guy just walking back and forth? Oh, I go where I want to go. I will call Gajua. He will tear down your wall. You break down your shitty wall.
You watch Lefty.
I watch Refty what?
There's no lefty. There's righty.
You talk wheelchair concussion, no access.
No access in your town. Your town sucks.
Lefty ground, you watch. You stay late.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a wheelchair
Is
access
that-
in your
is
shit
that-
town.
Is that a threat by any chance?
You still wait.
I'm just curious.
That's where you guys talk about podcasts, talk about kimchi, talk more about kimchi.
Oh, yeah, no, I took kimchi.
Hold on.
The mayor's mother's right about you.
Hey, don't talk about kimchi like that.
Yeah.
Kimchi's a nice lady.
Have kimchi?
Yes. I think I
You ever have?
took her out on a date once.
You, Lefty.
No.
Lefty, you tell your fellow firm.
Dude, seriously, just out of curiosity, who is this?
You know, go.
You have any idea who this actually is?
What's a Pesha?
Does anybody here have any idea who the fuck this
Are
is?
you talking about 19th Street or on the 19th of October?
19 October. No.
Yeah, 19th October went bye-bye already.
November?
I've been going to November. I've been going to November. That's my baby. I've been going to November.
Can we come? Can patient come? Can we come all night long?
Dude, seriously, do you have any idea who this is?
Is the meeting in English?
Would it be
The first half, you bastard.
We made exception to tell Lefty that we stick it for him.
that you stick it? And where do you stick it?
I'm learning curse words. I'm learning all the Korean curse words. You wait till I learn them.
Yeah.
Lefty Grimes, you want Frank come?
Oh.
You want Frank come on 19?
I want a happy ending.
Come on 19?
I want a happy ending to this.
Rusty Grimes.
Is he asking if I can come?
We want a happy ending.
Make fun of you while you have crowd, Lefty.
Well, we have Cloud.
Cloud? Crowd?
Now that's some good shit.
Crowd?
Yeah, he smokes so much as a fucking cloud.
Yeah,
That's the good shit.
I got a question for Woody. Will you ever have kimchi?
I had her once.
Show's not good.
No. No.
You're a
Yeah.
dumbass.
Chris Chung.
He got
Chris
you.
Chung hung up on
Chris
me.
Chung hung up on you.
No, seriously, who the hell
Where?
was that?
Chris
That was
Chung.
Chris Chung.
The
Well,
politician.
we don't know if that's a politician, Chris Chung, or just some Chris Chung
It's just Chris Chung.
stoner Chris Chung. I don't know.
Seriously?
That's funny.
I think it was the Chris Chung.
You think it was Chris Chung? It sounded
Yeah.
like him.
You're gonna tell me an actual politician can't even fucking speak?
It wouldn't be a first. You ever hear fucking Senator Uncle Mother
Yeah,
on Rice?
and he called it our show for real.
He was sex marijuana.
That's some funny shit.
Politicians, they're animated people.
And we're down to 2 watchers. All right, we're at,
Oh, easy. Hey, come on. Poor Jewish community had a big setback this week. It's terrible. That's what
Oh,
Ian
yeah.
was talking about.
oh shit,
Some guy just went in there and fucking.
Holocaust survivor.
Huh?
The Jewish guy that got murdered like 2 days
He was
ago.
Jewish?
He was like a 97-year-old Holocaust survivor.
Or not the guy that did it?
No, the guy that got shot.
Okay.
How fucked up is that?
Sad.
You survive that god awful ordeal, and then you still can't die naturally. You gotta die in a violent act.
Only in America.
I mean, shit.
Only in America. Yo, what's this Mad magazine here? This is bringing back some memories.
Mad Magazine, for you people out there, was a publication made popular in 1970s, brought to you by writers that moved over to the New Yorker and so on. Some of which made a lot of political satire jokes, some of which were just stupid fart jokes. Either way,
I don't know what you're talking
an
about.
enjoyable magazine. Ladies and
What
gentlemen,
is this shit?
we present to you.
Yo,
Mad
it's in
Magazine.
color. What the? Oh man, you
Yes.
see?
They had-
Oh my
they had
God,
colored
look at
ink
this.
back then.
Oh my God, look at this. The first
Ronnie
time
is
I
now getting off on a
shut the
cover.
fuck up. The first time I ever spanked it was to Mad Magazine.
Oh God.
And I'm like,
Really?
well,
No,
look,
seriously, really?
You know, that actually explains a lot.
see this right here?
What is that?
You see, back in the day, it was like in black and white. That's some good spanking material when you're like 12 years old. Tell me it ain't.
So what you're saying is, at a very young age, you were already used to laughing while masturbating, looking down. I understand that. I can see that.
Okay, you know what? Since you didn't go there, actually, no, you're wrong. Okay. Actually, what I did when I first spanked it, okay, I had my magazine on my
Oh
bed
my God.
with my bedroom door closed, of course, and locked. Because the last thing I want to
I
do
would
is
hope so.
my mom or her sisters to come in the room while I'm, boom, boom, boom.
It's a Mad
Anyway,
Magazine.
well, hold on. What I used to do, the way I first did it, to be honest, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is the bit called Confessions with CK.
Which is why we're down to one viewer.
I back then I could. Back then I could. Holy
Yeah.
shit, those were the days. Mine's 10. Sorry, Big Dick Black. But yeah, man. So what I would do is then I would.
So
back
ignore
then,
the sound effects. Tell me, what did you do?
I would take a pillow.
Ew.
Oh yeah.
The one you. Ew.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I wouldn't use it for my head. No, that was
Oh,
use it for the other
that
people.
was my other head. That was it.
Oh.
It became the guest pillow.
No, actually, it became like it looked like a ghost because it had all these stains.
It was
and shit
right
on
next to Lefty's mom.
it. No, it was much cleaner than Lefty's. Wow, just me on
Did you ever
that.
get those results back in, by the way?
Yeah, they
I'm
did the
still
second time.
Waiting
Right?
for the test.
Still?
They're supposed to send me the test.
Hashtag
Wow.
still waiting.
Still waiting.
So yeah, I
So
jumped on top of a pillow,
on top of the pillow with Mad Magazine.
put my pants down. I wasn't smart in the beginning. I actually had my
At the beginning.
pants.
Oh,
Well, yeah, because in the beginning,
Indicating that you actually are smart now. So I'm going with you. All right.
no. After so much practice, you learn. Like I learned, if you're gonna hump your pillow, take the pants all the way off. Okay? Not just off to where your little Peter's out and you're humping the pillow, because the zipper will catch your balls.
That'd be a problem.
See
That sounds like that could be a painful
what
problem.
I'm saying? So I learned in the beginning. I didn't know, but yeah. So one of the first times, that's what happened, man. I was jacking it. I was actually making love to my pillow.
So
Like
in the
satin
beginning,
pillow.
there was rain,
Yeah.
a pillow,
Hmm.
and a Mad Magazine.
Yes. Beautiful thing.
Oh, that's hot.
It is. It is, but now it's kind of ruined because everything back then it was black and white. It led a lot. Oh, here's some classic black and white, but something you could spank it to.
Would you like a few tissues?
I wasn't the tissue guy. I just left everything right on the pillow, And when I went to bed, that was the pillow that was on the ground.
And where does Rocket sleep now?
No.
On this pillow?
No, I have graduated. I don't do pillows now.
Oh, you whole sofas now.
Well, no,
Moving on up.
I actually went from pillows to mom's fur coat.
Oh my God!
Oh, come on.
Please tell me you're joking. Please tell me you're
Let
joking.
me tell you something. There's nothing like a fur coat. Oh, it's so soft.
Holy shit!
But the only thing is, when you you gotta watch out. You don't want to shoot on the coat.
I would hope
That
not.
fur clumps up. I learned that the hard way.
All right, so we start off with Mad Magazine, and we're moving on to bestiality. All right, we're having a good sexual experience here with Mr. Wayne.
Well, when your sound guy fucks up, this is what you got to do. You got to
Candace
talk about.
King, lay it on us. What was next?
Lay it on you. See, I told you. I figured-
Fur coats, and what was the next step?
Small animals.
Anyway, real quick, whoever won the first thing, you lost. So don't worry. You just
I believe that was Laura.
Dr. Laura, you lost.
Loser. Not you, Laura. Just you take it.
So, did you fix all the problems yet? Why can't no one call you?
All right. In the past 10 minutes of talking here, how many problems have you heard? Because I haven't heard shit.
Yeah,
So I'd like to know what your complaint about right now.
I don't know. I heard a lot of problems.
You're the problem.
Some dude was fucking a pillow,
Well, the problem is,
and he was also fucking a fur coat. That's not problems.
Well,
Why are you talking about other problems?
that's not actually equipment problems. That's his equipment problems. That
I didn't have any problem with equipment problems when I was younger.
Well,
Okay.
of course not. That's what's up with nice
Now it might be a
pillows with
different
the
story, but
fur coats. After that, I did a bed of feathers. Still went to a cargo
Nail.
and fucked the container machine.
the what?
Uh-huh.
Cotton candy machine? Is that what you said? Oh boy. Right, sorry. Okay, I got the Mad Magazine bit in there. Right? Okay, you like that? Was that good?
That was good.
Oh shit! Did I miss the script?
Now we have a
Where's,
poop
my,
here.
where's my bit? What's my bit?
Wayne has a poop.
Wayne has a poop.
Yeah. Are you gonna try to play with your poop or something? What are you gonna do with your
I
poop?
want to balance.
Oh, you're gonna balance your poop.
And
What's that called?
Why are you handling his shit? As in
It's
literally?
petrified. It's dried. It's good. All right, now balance the rock.
Laminated.
It looks beautiful.
You think I could balance the rock on this shit?
Your shit is sexy, Wayne.
Oh, my God.
You got some sexy shit.
Wow, that's really good. Look at that.
Uh,
I don't know if you can see this at home.
This is
the
good.
shit is balanced. Where's the other camera? What? Hi, my name is Justina. What a freaking moron. That's what I gotta deal with.
For any of our viewers that may be watching, man, give me shit. Presently, let's see,
Ooh, are we talking about shit now?
the New Jersey
Let's
Devils
talk
are
about-
winning.
Oh, who cares?
No, I'm sorry. They're getting their ass handed to them.
No, see, I didn't want to hear that. You see?
Well, I said they're winning. You complain. That wasn't complaining.
Well, no, because it's not over. I wait till it's over. I'm not watching or listening. I'm a big Devils fan. I really am.
Yeah, me too, brother. We had this conversation.
I love to get high and fucking I'll listen to a Devils game. I just listen on the radio. Yo,
I mean, I could throw it on right now.
What are you doing, man?
The game is on. I could throw on the radio right now.
Are you like slow?
Yes, man.
I can tell. We're doing our own show, bro. What are you trying to... A booger check? Any buggers? No, no buggers. Good. That's Kevin. Hi, my name's Kevin.
I think we should use this camera from now on because we can fuck with it. You know? I like,
we
People
always
are
gotta be
losing their
fucked
shit
with
right
things.
now.
well,
Wants to play cameraman, sound man. Just do something.
Hey, you know what?
it's new shit. I told you I'm playing with equipment tonight.
This is new shit.
I need to.
No, that's old petrified shit.
No, well, but it's newly laminated. Newly.
Tell me more about this. If you don't mind me asking, the cheesecake you had earlier.
Why would you talk about shit that people that are watching right now are going like, what the fuck is he talking? Cheesecake?
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake?
He had something that was very interesting.
It's gone.
damn it.
Ooh, I should have learned how, baby. It's gone.
This saddens me.
It was cheesecake. Mood jar cheesecake. Are you kidding me? You can't fit. Oh, we've been wasting all this time. Why can't that work, man?
Dude,
What's wrong with
I'll
that?
try it again.
what's not working?
The phone thingamajiggy.
The phone interface is not
Okay,
working.
Well, when the phone was here,
It looks like retarded.
I don't like
we
that.
gotta like
Yeah, I don't like that.
I do my
It's not
name
good.
right.
It's not good. It's not good. We need the fucking thing to work, and it's not working. It pisses me off.
Take it off.
Fucking week.
Put
We
it
go through
back
this shit
on.
with the fucking thing.
Stick it on.
I can't. And then I gotta deal with this, and I'm frustrated. But then he gotta chime in and kick me while I'm down and pile on while I'm trying to fix shit.
Just like
And he starts yelling and giving me shit.
these
And I'm
are
trying.
apparently two people who smoke cannabis. They seem extremely high, fucking strong for people that smoke cannabis.
I'm gonna smoke some weed.
Yeah, if it has the lower
Yeah.
levels blood
Don't
pressure.
fix the phone thing. Smoke weed. Yeah, that's the fucking ticket.
Yeah, let me
What
fix
the
phone.
fuck have you been doing all goddamn night?
I'm the
You're not even-
talent.
You're
I'm the talent, bro.
no
No.
wonder the show needs
Yeah,
to change.
No, because our producer sucks.
Our
We're gonna
producer
get a real
sucks.
producer.
You're lucky you got me.
He has only so
The
much
shit just hit the
power.
fan.
And it actually-
Look at you did. Look at you.
Stop hitting a goddamn table.
Look at you did. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I think you gotta understand how difficult it is for Lefty to make you look and sound as good as you do all the time.
Are you kidding me?
So you talk about you're
Are you
talent.
kidding me?
That's a lot of fucking
Look how
talent.
fucking ugly I
Put
am.
in here for you.
Look how ugly I am. What are you talking
Well,
about?
he has to do the CGI thing later on.
Oh, okay.
And then, you'd be...
Don't shoot any sperm on my face.
Look how good he looks there. That's Wayne cam. We're gonna keep the Wayne cam on.
This is the Wayne cam. Hey, look.
Wayne Cam.
I got a hanky for a mustache.
So do you smell shit right now?
Stale shit, as a matter of fact.
Like, I smell me some shit.
I don't want to get it wet. I'm afraid
Does that smell like shit and hit anybody else?
It's just Mr. Hanky.
The Halloween poop?
See, this is a prop that we used. Everyone thinks that I really peed. Okay, so I did piss. I mean, everyone thought I peed and pooped on Harry Anslinger's grave. No.
What?
Remember?
You did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Shut up. We used this piece of poop.
No, we didn't. That was
Yeah,
real.
we used the pee bottle.
No, we didn't.
You pissed and shit
We did.
on someone's grave?
Yes.
No.
Harry Anslinger, the racist drug warrior.
Harry Anslinger don't count.
Yeah, he's not a human.
I didn't even think it was his grave because it was too little. And I really didn't. I used props. Yeah, because if you're like the head of the DEA, you're going to tell me that like you got this little tiny little plot, Harry Anslinger, and that's it.
From the government who wants to save and keep money? Yeah, I would not be surprised.
Did you ever see
initial
George
ceremony.
Washington's?
I can see.
I mean, I know he's not a president.
You're
but
also talking a whole different time period.
50s,
George Washington?
1950s. That's when Harry died. Right? 50s, 60s.
When George Washington died.
No, Harry Anslinger. We're talking Harry Anslinger here.
And then...
Stay on target, bro. Hello, McFly.
McFly left the building.
You can't fucking ask a question, then just stop, man.
I'm waiting for the answer to whatever question I asked.
It's pi squared, yes.
Okay.
But if you eat a piece of shit, then it's only, Neptune.
Only Neptune.
Only Neptune. I don't know.
That's good to know.
Those don't play with Uranus, okay? Look at this kid. Look at him. He's like a fucking retard. I'm sorry. I can't even use that word, but look at him.
How about this? How about this?
Look at him.
How about
Hey, what's this hole for?
who wants to scratch off? Let's use
No, forget your scratch off.
Let's get some involvement here from people.
I like it better watching Lefty look at the.
Who wants to? Well, he can still do that.
And then look, here's the board.
Anybody
And then
watching right now?
Then he puts his glasses on, and then he's like, yeah, 35 years of what? 35 years of
I
what?
got a bad wire.
I got a bad wire. You
I
suck.
don't even know what a wire is, so shut the fuck
I
up.
don't, but I know I'm funny.
Why is when he sees Dennis pants every time you look?
But it's Lefty's when we did that one video. He was sitting on that table right where your elbow is, and a little winky came out.
Did not.
It did too.
And all of a sudden, Wayne drooled a little bit and had a lick there,
Right.
thinking about.
It always goes gay.
It's
Always.
interesting. It's very interesting. Mine goes right there.
Every conversation goes right there. To penis
I don't
or
care what we're
gayness.
talking about. If it's a joke, if it's an insult, it's memory.
Gayness or penis, penis or gayness.
Mine goes right there.
All day long, gayness or penis.
And he talks all the time. Show
All
your boobs.
day
Right.
long, Wayne.
Yo.
You did an intervention.
How about
No,
this?
we did an
dumbass?
intervention.
How about you put the freaking
No.
phone number
No,
up?
we're done.
Everybody,
Intervention.
for the call-in show. It ain't even there. This guy's.
I want to do an
I'm kicking
intervention.
your ass.
It's called a gay intervention with Wayne. We
I
think
want to do an intervention.
we do too much.
It's called a real producer.
It's not even funny.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Starting Sunday after Thanksgiving. Get ready for the new podcast. It's called Intervention.
Gay intervention with Wayne. That's funny.
That's not funny.
Gay intervention with Wayne.
It's not funny.
With Gain. Gay Wayne. They call you Gain when you were younger? Gain.
No, they never called me gay.
Gain.
No,
Gay Wayne.
no, they called me Coke Can. you got questions? I got answers.
I think they called you Game
No, they called me Big Daddy.
or Wang.
Called me
Wang.
Cocaine was always my favorite. Anyway, what else? What else? Yo, we got to call. Let's call Weed Man up real quick. See what he's got going on this weekend.
Is the phone pretty
Oh, Jesus Christ! Never mind. Half of our god.
Sure, we can call him.
Yeah, we can call. We can do it like the retard way.
Hey!
Excuse me, but I'm sorry. You're gonna put it on a friggin' phone. He ain't gonna be able to hear it. It's gonna be like the NJ Weedman production joint.
Which would be fitting.
I mean,
Who are we gonna call? It don't say Ghostbusters. No, but seriously.
look this.
We're gonna call some others.
Yeah, get off the locus. Yo, Rain Man, you got the freaking number yet, Rain Man?
Not yet.
Nobody says
Please
wait.
try your call again later. Goodbye.
Call again later. Goodbye.
I think he blocked me. Well, you call him. If you have big tits, he doesn't block you. You got bigger tits than me, so he probably didn't block you.
Here we go.
Well, then,
I'm not kidding.
Then you should have my number because
All right, well, Kevin, maybe he'll have your
I'm
number.
pretty
Because
sexy.
you got tits like Wayne. Big hairy ones,
All
too.
right, you ready? What do I do? Do I hit speaker?
Yeah, speaker and stick it under here. Go
I'm
for it.
sorry, the person you were trying to reach
Ow!
is a voicemail box that has not been set up yet.
Ow!
Please try your call again later.
You're blocked, too.
Oh!
My
All right,
phone?
how do you call the joint? Let's call the
Yeah,
joint.
try my phone.
Let's call the joint.
No.
He definitely doesn't have my number, so he won't block me.
Yeah, call. Here, yeah.
All right, give him
I
the
don't know
number.
his number.
I'm going to call the joint.
Hold on.
I'll call the joint in Trenton.
All right,
I'll
ready?
solve this problem, right?
There it is. Don't say it, just dial it. Don't call the joint. No one's gonna answer that. What are you fucking stupid?
So, yeah, somebody will answer. Watch.
You're fucking stupid if you think someone's gonna answer.
Put the phone under
I'm
here.
sorry, the person you were trying to reach
Same
has a
thing.
voicemail box that has not been set up yet.
All right.
Same thing. So yeah. So it's just, you
All right.
guys aren't
Let's
blocked.
call the joint.
You guys aren't blocked.
My darling.
The number or code you have dialed is incorrect. Please check the number or code and try again.
He must be.
I think he skipped country.
Nah. What the fuck was that?
Claro, el vive nomás vive aquí en los
Message
States.
7. Switch 2, 3, 1, 4.
What was that? The picket? Was that the lottery numbers?
What?
7, 2, 3, 1, 4.
Wait.
Tonight's pick 4.
That's the joint's phone number.
Maybe it's closed.
I don't know. Maybe he's busy making
Maybe he didn't pay his
white
phone bill.
girl
Oh,
sandwiches.
he's making what?
Making white girl sandwiches.
Making white girl sandwiches? What does that mean? Oh, making white girls sandwiches.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were like making white girl sandwiches.
No,
No,
making
he's not a
white
racist.
girls-
He will
No.
make sandwiches for anyone of any color.
Well, no, I thought you meant like a white girl sandwich.
I mean, I thought the same thing, but I'm just
You know,
saying you're not
hold the
going
mayo.
with it.
No, extra mayo.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that depends what kind of ending
The
you're
mayo.
looking for.
Mayo check.
Chipotle.
Is it mayo darker at the joint?
That'd be like spicy sauce. Oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
hello.
You're on the air with Sativa Cross.
I am.
Yeah.
Hello,
Yes,
Patrick Duff. What's up, buddy?
Reverend
How
Duff.
you doing, man?
I'm doing better now that you're here. Save me.
Yeah.
Save me. Wayne's driving me crazy, please.
I tried Weedman's number at this joint too. It was dead. No longer in service.
Skipped country.
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
The joint went out.
That's not what I'm hearing. I'm seeing stuff on Facebook like he's got shit planned for this weekend and
Yeah,
stuff.
there's parties there all the time.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I tried the phone number. The phone number didn't work.
No, that's not
We
good.
tried it too. And his phone too. Not good. Say a prayer for the weed, man.
Hurtful.
I'm having a party this weekend, guys.
Yeah, talk about it. Talk about it. We're talking to Reverend Patrick Duff
Your Holiness.
of Philadelphia. Tell us what's going on, brother.
So on November 3rd, from 2 till 10, we're having a good party. I got 4 bands. I got comedians. I got poets. I've got.
How come you didn't ask us?
What's that?
How come you didn't ask us? You said comedians?
We're funny looking.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you think you're like the entertainment stuff, but I'm talking about real comedians.
Wow.
I'm kidding with you.
That hurt.
Preach, brother, preach.
Tell us.
I would love you guys to come in. It's gonna be an awesome time.
Well, I'm going to keep talking about it. Keep
Yeah.
talking about it. I'm sorry, I'm going to cut
We
you
want
off.
more.
Yeah, so what we're doing is, just so you know, is I'm trying to open up a church and temple in Philadelphia so people can come socialize and medicate together. And I'm using this as a fundraiser for that temple. What I'm trying to do is I got the money to open the temple, but I want to buy a testing machine so I can test the herb. I can test the THC and CBD and test all the solvents.
I can test the terps for you.
Yeah, well, you could test them. I know you can test them. Trust me too. But I'm talking about testing. They're having legitimate numbers that we can put up. We can say to a dispensary, hey, you guys say you have 24% THC in this product, only 16%. We got a problem. So we're going to be an independent testing center, for cannabis. And also, I'm forming the Cannabis Consumers Patients Group, where we're going to be New Jersey and tri-state area, basically groups of patients that are going to, who have knowledge of herb and of what herb should be able to kind of justify these dispensaries' practices and go in there and show them, like there's a place in Philly that are selling herb in non-airtight, like they have like blue grams and like makeup containers that are non-airtight, so the herb's all dried out, right? So the way it works is if you test herb when it's like at its peak, like right after it's cured, it's right on, still got a little moisture left. All right, test it. It's going to be at its top performance THC and CBD wise. If I take that same herb and I let it dry out, it can test at 1/4 of that by the time it's all dried out and waxed.
All right. Don't get lost here. Hold on. November 3rd, tell us what's going on.
November 3rd, we're having a big, it's going to be a cannabis event, a party. We got vendors. We're going to have some wonderful food on the premises. We're going to have reggae bands. I got, like I said, comedians. It's $30 to get in, but you get a gift bag. It'll be well worth it, $30.
What kind of vendors?
What's that?
What kind of vendors? You said you're going to have vendors there. What kind of vendors?
Well, there's going to be some edible vendors. There's going to be some chocolate vendors. There's going to be some glass vendors. There's going to be some art vendors. There's an art studio where I'm dealer. So there's actually going to be an art show going on at the same time.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, and then there's going to be my store. I'm doing a store in Philly right now called Philly THC. It's going to be like a real wicked head shop.
Where you guys
Wicked.
located? Where's Philly THC located at?
Well, we're negotiating right now with the landlord, so I can't say exactly where it is yet.
I got you.
But I can say it's going to be in the Fishtown and Kensington area. And I'm going to have all cool skunk bags, like all smell-proof bags for sale. I'm going to have glass jars. We're going to have rosin making demonstrations, how to use heat press. I'm going to teach people how to use a heat press with a simple clamp and a hair straightener.
Uh-oh. Take him back.
Yeah, man. And I also have a $1,000 nug smasher that's 12-ton unit that I'm going to show people how to do like a half ounce and how you get natural live hash out of crushing herb with a good smasher.
Nice.
And then we're also going to do cooking classes. So we're going to teach people how to cook with cannabis.
Yeah, you definitely let us know we're going to have your grand opening because that sounds awesome.
Yeah. Come on, man. We're right here. And
Why you want to go November 3rd and check it out?
November 3rd from 2 to 10, it'll be announced on Philly THC at Instagram. The Instagram is Philly THC. So the location will be announced. But it's right off of Frankfurt Avenue between Lehigh and Girard. So right in the Fishtown, Kensington area. and it's gonna be you know, outside, but there's also some inside areas. So you're gonna be, you know, you have a nice variety of things to do. And there'll be definitely some very fine cannabis in the area.
Very cannabis friendly event, correct?
Yeah, oh yeah, come on. Yeah,
Very nice.
21 and over. You gotta be 21 and over. Philadelphia is decriminalized herb, remember? So, you know, anybody can come and privately use herb. It doesn't matter. It's decriminalized in Philly. You don't have to be a patient. You know, so.
I like it. No, the Philadelphia
not just
Temple
that.
of Hemp and
People
Cannabis.
come in, when people come in, they're going to be signing up to the church. So you're going to be agreeing that any usage of any sacrament is going to be strictly religious. So that's what's going on. It's going to be awesome.
So in Philly, the police can write you a ticket for cannabis, and that's it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
They can take your cannabis too.
You can take it.
So they make it. Well, I mean, they can have discretion. They could arrest you too, but I mean, generally they're not doing that.
Unless you're black.
Generally, unless you're black or you got a big mouth, you know. So, but what I recommend is you know, listen, we're gonna have a good time. It's in a private area. People can't, you know, I've dealt with, you know, police before in many situations. If they come in and they try to, you know, enter, they're only come in if they can buy a ticket and want to smoke some weed. You know?
Yeah, apparently, Reverend Duff is that crazy. Trust me. Trust me.
But the law, and if they want to do it, let's go to court. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? We can go to court and talk about the people that are selling legally all over the place right now.
That's if the police happen to come.
So,
In Philly, I hear that that cannabis can use the
there's an app. There's an app in Philly that you download this app, and you literally, it's like Tinder for weed sales. You know,
Tinder for
I'm
weed
not
sale?
kidding. You can't buy like pounds, but you can buy like ounces. You can buy half ounces.
It's all legal.
Stuff.
Shit.
As long as it's under 28 grams. You know?
You know, what they say is that you ain't breaking the law if you don't get arrested. So.
Amen.
Wow. So if you get a ticket for cannabis in Philly,
I think it's
You get a
$25.
$25 ticket.
okay.
Or if you're smoking in public, you get a $100 ticket.
Okay, so when the cop walks away and you light up another joint, can he write you another ticket, or does he have to wait an hour, or how many hours does he have to wait to write you another ticket?
I don't think they have any rules on that. I would say I would wait till he at least leaves the area of the smell.
Oh,
Because remember, they do have the discretion that they can't arrest you, dude.
Right.
So they left that discretion in Philadelphia's decriminalization law, which I think is horseshit. And that's kind of why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know, so just so you guys know what Philly THC is going to be, is the head shop's going to be the front and the back is going to be a social lounge for cannabis patients.
Hey, kind of like that place in California, Grassroots. They would sell their hats. And then they had a back room, which was like a social club. I love that idea. That's beautiful. We need that in Philly.
In LA, you know, in 2004, I opened the fourth dispensary in LA. You know,
Huh?
so
You had a dispensary in LA?
I had 4 dispensaries in LA.
Get out of here. I know this, but I want the people to know. You had 4?
I had 4 dispensaries in LA, and I've been raided, robbed, ripped off. I mean, you name it. I've been through the gamut of what happens to medical marijuana.
Matt,
Dispensary others.
can I ask a dumb question?
Get it?
Are you black?
No, I'm extremely Caucasian, tall, blue eyes.
Oh,
I drive a Subaru. I'm connected. I'm
Out of
almost
curiosity, what would that have to do with anything?
because I know the weed man got busted in LA
He
too.
didn't get busted. He got raided just like me. They came in and just took all the stuff.
Oh, got raided. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's just better crying about shit than me.
Thank you. I'm just saying.
I don't know. I think about that.
Well, because we're all casualties of the drug war. It all started because of, yes, the blacks and Latinos.
You know what? No. I'm going to tell you guys something. I'm actually doing some studying right now, doing some research. I wanted to find out where the word, the term war on drugs came from. Where did it start? Where did the actual war begin? So
That's what I would say.
there was a,
Yeah.
I mean, it goes way back, but for America, and
Reagan.
listen to this. So for America to affect international drug law, what happened was America went and took over the Philippines. And when we took over the Philippines, there's a lot of crops in the Philippines that we wanted them to tend to, but people were getting all whacked out on opium, right? So America called for an international conference on opium. They called it the International Opium Conference in 1910 or 1911, and they had it in The Hague over in Switzerland. 12 nations showed up, and basically it was America basically wanted to control international drug laws, so in the Philippines they could start controlling the workers better. and they also did so in America. They created drug laws, the opium laws, so they can control the Chinese immigrants that were coming into the United States and building the railway systems. And they created laws in America only against smoking opium. You could still shoot it, and you could still drink it. The Chinese people smoke it. So they made it illegal in America to only smoke it, right? And they also made it illegal as an Asian to sell it in America. But if you were white, you could sell it. And here's the one thing that most people have no idea. Do you know who the biggest opium dealer was from the year 1600 all the way to the early 1900s?
Are you talking country?
Great Britain.
Okay.
Great Britain was the Great Britain in 1913 went to war with China because China shut down the opium trade, and that was their biggest customer. So, the war on drugs is so ingrained in international politics. So you have now with cannabis coming, quote unquote, being legalized. This is not at all an end of the war on drugs. It's beginning to the new regulation and to the patenting. You're going to see the patenting of cannabis strains. So if people are caught growing them, they get hit with intellectual property theft.
Patrick, was there a distinction back then between medicinal opium and recreational opium?
Well, funny you say that because there was, in a sense, because they actually had there was just two different forms of opium, just two different ways to get it. You can just through a doctor's prescription, or you can get it on the black market. Very similar to marijuana right now. So it just depended on how you acquired it, on if it was legal or not. So, it's very, very, very similar to cannabis right now. Almost identical.
Crazy.
Same thing with alcohol, by the way. When alcohol is prohibited in the United States, you could still get it if you went to a doctor. So there's only two people that actually had alcohol that was available during Prohibition. Two places. The other one was?
The local saloon. Oh, no.
Sure.
The church.
The church, yeah.
The church. Hence the Philadelphia Temple of Hemp and Cannabis, and Litchfield Temple and things like that. That's why, people don't realize that the religious argument. I mean, it's there. It should be used. I see you at church all the time, every Sunday, Lefty, right? You're at church.
That's not a church.
Liquid church.
I don't know.
That's not a church, man. I've been there and all. That's a crazy church.
It's more of a cult, and I love it.
He gets like a little girl.
I gotta go to those things.
No, you don't. Trust me. When I heard that guy say, yeah, he dances.
I get really dabbed out. No, I dab.
Oh, man. Oh, please.
Do you think the pastor dabs?
No,
No.
he's against it.
No, big time. This is why I don't like the church.
Wait, what's up with that?
The reason
Against it.
He's
The
against
reason I don't-
recreational. And
he's
children.
against, and he calls concentrates, he calls it liquid marijuana. The liquid church calls concentrates the evil liquid marijuana. That's why I
And
can't.
why do you go there?
Thank you.
I'm gonna take over someday.
I'm gonna say entertainment.
You ain't
Would be my guess right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go start shit.
Is that what?
No, I get something good out of the message actually, and I enjoy it.
Do you
Yeah.
ever tell him what you believe?
Oh yeah, I'm waiting for the day where he says something I don't like.
You just did when I was there last week.
So I haven't cornered him yet. I'm gonna ask
Hold
him.
on, wait.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
gonna-
you didn't answer my question the correct way. I said, have you ever told him what you believe, not what you're about to do or think about?
No, not yet.
Nope.
No, not yet.
Well, you
Mom,
need to do it.
Yeah.
You tell him like this. Listen, everything you said about that is wrong. I use cannabis every day, and I'm a good person. And I come here because I want to get something good out of it, and I want you to know that you're wrong. Not
amen.
that.
Hala ganja. Hala ganja.
I'm a good person.
Yeah, do it, you little pussy.
Shut up. Why don't you come with me? You
Because
pussy.
I don't go to that church.
church.
Why do you think I left my
You little
church?
bitch.
I'll go.
I told my priest, I was like, yo, listen, man. I said, if you didn't tell me cannabis is wrong, I said, I'm not gonna come here anymore. And you know what? I'm one of those dudes that when I went to church, okay, let me tell you something about the Roman Catholic Church.
Oh, I know.
Okay? They take notes on who pays and who don't pay, okay? So when I told them, hey, are you gonna lose my friggin' envelope? They were like, we'll get more people. And I was like, okay, screw you. Because let me tell you something. Ann Armstrong, as crazy as that lady sounds,
No,
and Patrick might even, verify this. In a Roman Catholic church, there are 3 types of oils. And one of those oils is cannabism. However the frig you want to pronounce it. It's cannabichum in friggin' oil.
Awesome.
Thank you. I'm saying the Latin word versus the Aramaic crap. But this is what's in every Roman Catholic church. Yet they won't tell you that. That's why I don't go to my Roman Catholic church no more, man. But you keep going to your church where your reverend stands on his little stage, on his little pulpit, okay, and talks shit about liquid marijuana.
Easy.
You're talking
Nah,
2 seconds of an entire hour.
I don't care. Remember when he said that? I was like, yo, let's go, bro. Time to go. Time to get out of here.
Yeah, he did say that at a bad time. I was trying to introduce
Yeah,
Wayne.
I will be honest. I think the butane needs to go. All the methods.
He didn't say butane, bro. He said liquid marijuana.
Yeah,
I understand that.
and I
What I'm
use that.
talking about, I think the processed herb, and I think the people who smoke a lot of the pens, the distillate, I think the distillate, people don't know what they're smoking. Do you guys know how you make distillate?
Oh, boy. It ain't pretty, that's for damn sure.
Do you guys know how you make it? Do you know where you make it from?
I don't.
No, tell me.
Okay. So when you trim your herb, right, you have big leaves left, right? You have all these big leaves left. So the sugar leaves are put into like one batch. Sugar leaves are like leaves that have trichomes on them. So the big leaves don't have any trichomes, and they used to be called trash. And usually you would take that stuff and you literally either put it and make it like a fertilizer, like compost, or you just put it in trash.
Or you wrap your canagars with it.
Yeah, so what people realize is that if you took this herb and you dried it out, like the big leaves and the trash and the stems even, and you crushed it and you put it into a PVC pipe and you let butane sit in there for like 2 minutes with it, and then secrete it, that you would get this black oil, right? This crazy black oil that would come out of the bottom. That would literally kind of get you high, It would kind of get you high. But what it would do definitely is if you used it in edibles, it would definitely get you, high from edibles. But it was black, right? So not many people wanted it. It was like a black goo. And then they learned that if you took that black goo, you created almost like a gin distillery, and you distilled the black goo. The goo would sit, and the herb would come off, and the THC, quote unquote THC, will come off and become clear. And that's what you're smoking out of those little tiny pens. The distillate is literally the trash herb function through butane, ethanol, and rubbing alcohol.
Ugh.
Well, plus they add shit to it too.
Yeah, I'm not into it.
Yeah, that sounds pretty
You know
bad.
what I mean?
I don't like
I'm into the
vaping.
herb, man.
Me too.
The herb. And it's funny because they have no testing of this crap on humans. Like, there's testing of herb on humans. We
all
That's
I
why I
can
said
test
if
is
you want to smoke hashes, you want to use heat pressed to get your hash. So you can make bubble hash, right? You can make bubble hash with bubble bags with herb, and you take that bubble hash and you heat press that bubble hash, and you will get a more clean and clear and beautiful shatter than you will ever get from butane. Ever.
is shatter the correct term?
Yeah, well, shatter just because when you make it cold, it shatters.
Okay, because I would consider that more hash rosin.
You can